Discuss number one, what is going on with Ethereum. I'm talking about massive accumulation from institutions, and I think the trend is changing in regards to multiple institutions are going to start taking the lead on other cryptocurrency. I'm going to deep dive into that also and just look at the holdings of what's happening. And then XRP. Ooh, you guys, the XRP lawsuit, will it finally be dismissed this week? But more importantly, what's it going to do to the price action? And then we're going to talk a little about Cardano. ADA, people are saying that it is a sleeper. Can we see ADA break above $1? Can it potentially hit a new all-time high above $3.20? So we're going to deep dive into the TA. We're going to talk about what's happening in the world of crypto. And if you have any questions at all, drop your crypto questions below and I will make sure I answer everybody's question. All right, let's get started. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about, you guys, is the market's going down. We expect the market to go down. This isn't a surprise, right? We are currently in a bad month of crypto where prices just historically go down. Welcome to the live stream, Creator Digital. Welcome, the Listen Senate. Senate? I hope I said that name right. All right, so first thing we're going to talk about, you guys, is we're going to talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is one of those crypto projects where it's actually been underperforming this year. It hasn't reached a new all-time high yet versus compared to Bitcoin. So just really quickly, I'm going to go to the Ethereum chart just so everyone can see how ETH has actually been moving and what I'm talking about. All right, so this is ETH, you guys. This is the Ethereum chart. If we zoom out a little bit more, this is the Ethereum all-time high right here, right? It's 4,800. Now, the price that we all want to see ETH hit is around $5,000 price range. Hola, good morning. Good morning. Hola, Akin, my brother. I know you were on the chat last time. So the price range we all want to see ETH hit is that $5,000 price range. And then I've seen articles, people saying, can we see Ethereum hit $10,000? Before we get to that, now, I do want to premise by saying this. Personally, I do believe Ethereum can hit $10,000, but here's the big but. Before we really start seeing ETH do that crazy pump and ETH hitting $10,000, it's as if Ethereum doing, right? That's a 2x from here. So that's good profit. And Ethereum is also one of those crypto projects where if you're someone where you're wondering what crypto project can I hold for the long term, right? Year over year, typically will perform higher and higher and higher. Ethereum is one of those cryptos on the list. So we're going to talk about that. And what I think is very interesting that's happening with ETH that's not happening with a lot of other crypto projects. So number one is SharpLink quietly bought another $300 million of Ethereum. You guys, this is so important. This is very important, you guys. Like, okay, so they bought another $300 million of Ethereum. Specifically, now they added, right? They added another 260 million ETH to their holding. Look at this. The company now has over 526,000 Ethereum worth nearly $1.9 billion. Now, the reason why this is so important, I want everyone to grasp this and know this, is because when institution now buying Ethereum, what it's telling us is when we see the price of Ethereum start moving downwards, it won't move downwards, number one, as aggressively, right? Because we know this is what happens with crypto. Prices skyrocket up and then prices come down. Prices run towards the upside, then prices run down. So if we scroll back, this is back in the days, right? This was the back in the days, the first bull market. You guys see these very aggressive, violent, like prices are just dropping. These days, I believe we're going to see a lot less of this. We're going to see a lot less of these massive downtrend just because this is happening. Large institutions are out here buying massive amount of ETH, massive amount of certain crypto project. And what that means is when prices start, or if retail traders like you and me, how much money did we really buy in crypto, you guys? Like how much money are we buying in crypto? We're buying what? We're buying people on average. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I just saw you say good morning in the chat, right? When we buy crypto on average, what are we buying? We're buying, the average person buying between 2,000 to 5,000 crypto. Let's say you have a good chunk of money. You're putting in $100,000. It's not going to do absolutely nothing to these institutions because they're buying millions. So now when we start selling, guess what? Prices aren't going to drop as much, which puts us in a really good position. So if I'm someone where I'm brand new to crypto and I'm thinking, which crypto project should I buy? Should I store for the long term? Ethereum is definitely one of those crypto projects on the list, right? So here's a little sauce. Any crypto project that's being accumulated by institutions. It doesn't matter what crypto project it is. Any crypto project that's being accumulated by institution at a mass, you gotta just, keep a close eye and maybe, snug a little bit, keep a little bit for you. Keep a little bit for you for when you're 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old. 70 years old. Because these are the crypto project institutions that are going to hold for years. All right. Wisdom Monkey said, God bless everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a blessed morning. So we should short ETH. Why would you want to short Ethereum right now? Right? Look, institutions are buying Ethereum, right? They're accumulating more Ethereum, right? So you wouldn't want to short Ethereum right now, my brother. Right. And when it comes to shorting, what you have to realize, so really quickly, I'll cover shorting right now because that's actually a really good question. This is a shorter time frame for Ethereum, right? So we're looking at ETH in the shorter time frame. This is if you want to make money in the short term with Ethereum. So when it comes to shorting, a lot of people make this huge mistake. And I'll explain it one way just so you can understand it, because that's a fair question. Like, should I short Ethereum right now? If you're going to buy something, right? And you plan on selling it to make money. You want to make the most amount of money, right? Like that makes sense. Yeah, I want to make the most amount of money. I want to buy it, sell it, make the most amount of money. Now, shorting is the same thing, but shorting is a lot more aggressive because when you buy a crypto asset, guess what? You're not paying any money for holding that crypto, right? So it's like a house. When you buy a house, you're paying money, right? Because you took out a loan, you're paying every single month, right? You're renting a house, you're paying rent every single month, right? But when you buy crypto, right, to make prices when crypto goes up, you're not paying any fee for holding that crypto. And on top of that, if you buy crypto and prices end up going downwards, guess what? You're losing just the value of the money that you put in. So here it comes, and this is where people mess up, and this is where I'm going to tell about the shorting. And I'm talking about going long because it's just easier to understand. If I'm going to buy a crypto, I want to buy it at that level of support. So here's a very clear example of a level of support for Ethereum. Here you can see when Ethereum gets anywhere close to this range, it runs up, right? Right here, it ran up. Here we see again, it hit that range that's very close to where it hit previously. Then boom, we saw prices run towards the upside. So I want to buy it at the cheapest price so that when it goes up, I'm making the most amount of money. So now when you're talking about the inverse where I want to short, I want to make money in the short term because I think Ethereum is going to go up. You want to take your short position at the highest level of that crypto asset. So you want to take your short position when it is as close to the resistance as possible, because what that does now, it lowers your risk and it maximizes the amount of money you can make when that crypto goes towards the downtrend. So here's another example. You can see that Ethereum was bouncing towards this range right here, right? Very clear. You can see, right? This was the upside. All of this was the upside and all of this was the downside. So if you want to short, you don't short in the middle, right? Because now you're screwing yourself up. Like you're setting yourself up to fail by entering in the middle. Because now it's a 50-50 chance. Where you want to enter is either right here at the resistance. Why? Because that's the price where it's most likely to get rejected and go down. You can see right here, it came down, got rejected, came down, got rejected, came up here, got rejected. Same thing, came close to the upside, got rejected, came close to the upside, got rejected, came close to the upside, got rejected. So you want to short right here in the middle. Why would you do that? Right? You wouldn't want to short where prices are 50% chance of going up and 50% chance of going down. That makes no sense. You want to short when it's up here because this is technically you getting it at the cheapest price. So you shorting up here, right? It's equivalent to you buying it when it's down here when prices are going up. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, you guys? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're like, okay, I get it. That makes sense. That's good. because my whole purpose of being here is to drop gems to help people take these strategies, take these techniques to help you make more money in crypto. Perfect. Yes, I'm happy. Real estate KR said 1. Yes. Akin said 1. Wisdom Monkey said 1. Mini Demi said 1. Perfect. I like that. I like that. It makes sense. Everyone's leveling up. Everyone's making more money. You guys, feel free to check out the link in the bio, litcrypto.ca, where I'm talking about how I made my first $300,000 in crypto in my first year of trading and investing, right? So if you guys are liking the gems that I'm sharing, my explanation, my breakdown, check that. I'm doing that tomorrow. It's going to be live. It'll be more structured, how I made my first 300K in crypto in 1 year. All right. Is it worth it? All right. Someone else, Certified, said, is it worth it? Is what worth it? I don't understand the question. You got to expand, my brother. You got to expand on that question. You got to expand on that. If anyone, okay, you guys, if anyone asked any questions that I missed, because I'm scrolling up right now, I'm seeing that you guys asked a few questions. If I missed your question, my bad. Feel free to ask it again and I will answer your question. All right, let me, boom. All right. Whoa, there's quite a few people on the chat. There's 20 people in the, geez, there's 20 people here. What time is it? Oh, it's already 8:16. That's right. Okay, 8:16 makes sense. How long do you hold your trade? It's not about, that's a good question. How long do you hold your trade? You hold your trade as long as you need to based on what the market tells you, right? So Mini Demi, I'm going to answer this question in the best way. A lot of people that are new to crypto and a lot of people that don't have as much experience trading, they'll say like, oh, hold the crypto for 1 day or hold the crypto for 2 days or hold the crypto for 3 days. That's not good advice. And the reason why, I'm going to give you a really simple example, right? Like, I'm trying to go back, I'm trying to start working. I'm trying to get fit. Your boys got a little bit of, canes. Right? I'm trying to go back to the gym, get back in shape, right? One of the things I want to do is running. So let's say I tell myself every single day I'm going to run. No matter what, I'm going to run. But if I turn on the TV, there's a storm, hurricane, blizzard, snowing, right? I'm not going to go out for a run. It makes no sense. Okay. Now you can take the same thing and apply it to crypto. So the way you got to view your crypto is, what is the market weather, right? What's the crypto weather telling you? Is the crypto weather telling you, hey, today's a great time to buy and you should hold because prices are going to continue moving up? Prices are going to continue moving up, meaning it's sunny outside, great. Or is the crypto market telling you, hey, prices are about to reverse and they're about to go down, so you should sell, right? So it's not so much I'm going to hold it for 3 days or 5 days or 10 days. It's, what is the market telling you? Is it most likely going to go up or is it most likely to go down? So that's the defining factor of how long you hold your trade for, right? What is the market telling you? So base it off that. That was a really good question, by the way. I like your question. I like that question. Another question that was asked. Does that make sense, Mini Demi? If that makes sense, let me know. If it doesn't make sense, I'll try to explain it again. What do I think about AVAX? I can ask me what I think about AVAX and what would be a good level to jump in. Yeah, we can definitely talk about AVAX since you guys want that. Let's look at AVAX. Okay. I think AVAX, is there an AVAX? No. Is there AVAX ETF? No, there's no AVAX ETF up for proposal. I know there's a ADA ETF, but there's no AVAX ETF right now, right? Yeah, there is none. Okay, I'm happy that makes sense. That made sense? Okay. All right, good. Okay, AVAX. So what's your goal, right? What's your goal? Are you looking to do this as a trade or are you looking to do this as a long-term investment, right? So that's how I would look at it, as a trade or a long-term investment. So first, let's zoom back and look how AVAX is doing in regards to long-term. And then we'll look at it from the short-term perspective. Let me know who asked about AVAX, because there was someone who asked about AVAX. Akin, let me know. Are you doing AVAX for short term? Or are you doing AVAX for long term? Let me know what you're trying to do with AVAX also. Oh, you're looking for long term for AVAX. Okay, so if you're looking for long term, that's even easier. Because if you're looking for long term, then how I do the long term is like this. With long term for AVAX, I just focus on, you guys see the screen? I feel like I'm covering too much. Like my face is covering so much of the, do I gotta make my head smaller? No, I think it's, I'm just a little too zoomed in. How can I, okay, let me move this up. Is this a little bit better there? You guys see that a little bit better? Let me know. I feel like you guys should. Okay, so this is the AVAX chart. All right, we're gonna look at AVAX. Now, if I'm buying AVAX for long term, very simple. First of all, thank you for all the likes, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very, very much. All right. Now, AVAX for long term. This is exactly how I would play the game, you guys. This is how I would do it. Let me get this ready. Boom. Any crypto, and this doesn't apply to AVAX. This applies to any crypto. Number one, I want to zoom out, right? You see the way we're zoomed out? This is AVAX at the beginning of 2024. Right here is the beginning of 2024 for AVAX, right? So we're zooming out, right? So right now I'm pretty much looking at almost 2-year perspective. If I want to buy for long term, I zoom out, and then number one, I just want to find that level of support, which is right here. So it's AVAX at about that $20 all the way down to $15, right? This is the major level of support for AVAX. Now, if I want to hold it for long term, all I would do is every time I see AVAX, right, dip down toward this level, I will do accumulation of AVAX. And every time I see AVAX have a red day, so meaning you can go right here, coin market cap. This is if you're completely new and you have no idea what to do. I'll go down here and then I'll go and find AVAX. Where in the world is AVAX? Where in the world is AVAX? Where is it? Okay, same principle applies. All right. So what I would do is every time I see the 7-day is red and the 24-hour is red, I buy a little bit more. Every time I see it's red, I'll buy a little bit more, right? And then I'll buy a lot, massive accumulation, right, in the bear market. Thank you, Gator. Thank you for the heart. I see you gave me the heart with the crown. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate the love. What website is that? This website is called coinmarketcap.com. Here it is. Let me try to move it for you real quick so you can see. This website is called coinmarketcap.com. Here you go. Right here. You see it? Coinmarketcap.com. Screenshot it. Save it. It's a good go-to website. There you go. No gatekeeping out here, you guys. We drop gems. There's more. I remember the story time. I remember when I used to do like free one-on-one sessions just to help people in crypto. Because I remember when I was brand new, like I barely had any money and I just needed help so badly. And I would see these YouTube videos and people would be like, buy this crypto. And I would buy it and it go up one day and then it crashed the other day. It was the worst. So I'm like, So then I remember when I would do these free one-on-one session and I had someone reach, they booked a session and it was someone in, where did he live? I think he lived in Belgium or Swiss, right? So it's completely other side of the world as me. And then we're talking and he's like, thank you so much. I'll just answer all his questions. I'm like, you go this website. Yeah, I use this, I use this, I use that. Check out this, that. And he was a young kid. This kid was like maybe 20 years old. He's like, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. Like, I had these questions for other people and they were charging me like $200. Like, they weren't going to answer me unless I paid them. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I just want to say, if you have simple questions like, what website is this? What do you think about this? Like 1 or 2, 3 questions. Like, you guys shouldn't have to pay $100, $200 just to ask a simple question like that. So if anyone ever has questions like, man, I really have a question. All these other people are charging you $100, $200 for like their consultation. DM me the question and I'll answer it for free. Like, just message me. I'll answer it for absolutely free, you guys. Especially if you got simple questions that can be answered easily. You don't gotta pay so much money. All right. That's my little rant right there. So just be careful. Okay, do you think we could get the bull run this year? That's Umar said, do I think that do you think we get a bull run cycle this year? Well, the Umar, I don't know what you mean. Do we like we're already in the bull run? Like we're already in the bull run, right? Like if you look at the crypto market right now, prices have already been skyrocketing. Prices have already pumping away. Like look at this, right? If you look at crypto, this is Bitcoin chart. Look at this. Bitcoin went whoop, right? This was a bull run, right? Massive retracement, prices went back, boom, and then we had the bear run, right? This was the bear run right here, and then prices tapped out. So right here is 2023. So prices tapped out in 2023, and then we saw the crypto market skyrocket. We saw Bitcoin hit all-time high. Then it had a massive retracement, ran back even higher, hit a new all-time high. Came retracement, massive retracement, then ran up even higher and hit a new all-time. So we've been in a bull market since 2023. Been in a bull market in 2023, my brother. Like it's already happening. We're living it right now. The bull market is happening. So I don't know what you mean by do you think it's gonna be a bull market year? And then on top of that, statistically speaking, we still have more positive month in the world of crypto to come, right? If you look at crypto performance, has been performing the last 12 years, right? The best is yet to come. All right, so let me answer everybody's question. I see you guys asking questions. I'm sorry if I don't answer you. I'm gonna answer everyone's question in order. All right, so I just finished with Umar. How you see how do I see ETH? So Ethereum. I like Ethereum. I think Ethereum is a crypto project that's going to run and hit all-time high. I think ETH is going to hit a new all-time high. Guinness, I think ETH is going to hit a new all-time high. This is the Ethereum chart. This is the all-time high for ETH, and I spoke about it. So ETH is moving in the downtrend, right? Sorry, ETH had this massive, right, downtrend. This is the bear market. Everything was going down. This was back in 2023, and then it ran all the way up here. Right, it's very close to its new all-time high. Like if you look at it, it was $800 from its new all-time high because ETH went over $4,000. It was only $800 from its new all-time high. And just the fact that we're having large institutions like this buy $300 million of Ethereum. Here we go. They collected another $260 million worth of Ethereum. We had BlackRock. I spoke about it yesterday. BlackRock alone accumulated over 600 million of Ethereum themselves within like a 5-day period. So I think Ethereum is going to pump. I think Ethereum is going to do really well. I think Ethereum is a crypto project that's probably going to hit new all-time high at the peak of this bull market. And I think there's still a lot more to come. And if you look at the crypto landscape as a whole, the way everything is lining up, not just for this year, not just for the end of 2025, but also the way things are lining up for the beginning of 2026. Now, I know this might sound a little bit crazy. This might sound a little bit crazy, but I'm going to say, you guys, I think we are entering a super cycle. I'm going to say it. I know. No, the 4-year cycle's out. I know everyone says the 4-year cycle, crypto only goes up for 4 years. Nope. I think we are entering a super cycle. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I think we're entering a super cycle after I have a little sip of my shake that the wifey blessed me with, okay? If you're single, get yourself a good woman, all right? Every morning, wifey blesses me with the morning shake. Every morning, you know? You guys have me talking a lot. You guys asking all these questions. All right. So, what was I saying? Super cycle. Yes, we're entering a super cycle, and this is why. Because number one, if you look at crypto in the past, right, this is a zoom out. All of these crazy, right, these crazy run-ups, right, run up, bomb, boom, new all-time high, geez, quick crash, wow, price is going down, run up again, new all-time high, crash again. Like these violent, aggressive crypto moves, like boom, 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 right? What's going to happen is they're going to be less violent and less aggressive. Like we won't see prices just, look at this crazy drop, just bomb, right? You will go to bed. I remember like it would be good because you go to sleep and then you wake up, you're like, oh my goodness, I made another $10,000, 20. It was crazy, right? This market was insane. Just overnight, bomb, bomb, bomb. profits like crazy. But at the same time, when prices would drop, it would drop so aggressively. So overnight, you wake up, you're like, whoa, my portfolio just went down 10, 15, 20K. What in the world just happened, right? Now, the reason why I'm so happy with institutions getting in at the same time is that we won't have these aggressive, violent drop as much. So I don't think the bear market, when it comes, it won't be as aggressive and it won't last as long as it previously has when it was just retail, because we're a lot more emotional. Someone just asked a good question. Someone just said, just my opinion. What was your thoughts? Someone says, I got a bunch of it too. I got a bunch of what? Just my opinion. Mars said, just my opinion. Now, I believe you're that's fine. That is perfectly fine. I want to know is, what are people's evidence that there will not be a super cycle? That's what I want to understand, because what we have to realize is that when was the last time, right, you went and you bought? When I say you, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just talking about people as a whole. When was the last time us as people, right, put in billions of dollars in crypto back to back to back to back? Never. We don't have that kind of money, right? We don't have that kind of money. We don't have this kind of money. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. I talked about this the other day. We don't have this kind of money, you guys. This was 2 weeks ago. BlackRock, $2.1 billion. $2.1 billion, right? This was 2 weeks ago. Hang on. We're not done yet. Hang on, you guys. Because when I say my theory, you gotta be able to back up your theory. You're gonna say why? Okay, July 18th. What does that say? July 18th. All right. What does this say? July 22nd. Right? July 18th, July 2nd. Within a 5-day period. Okay, so they just bought almost $600 million worth of Ethereum within a 5-day period. Oh, okay, 600 million. And then after they get another 100 million, within a week we have over 2.12 billion dollars, right? When was the last time you and I had that kind of money? Never. We don't allocate that kind of money, right? Retail traders, you, me, your neighbor, your friend, your wife, we don't have that kind of capital. We can't allocate that kind of money in the market. But guess what? Institutions can. And the difference between you and I is that we FOMO. When price goes down, people are like, oh no, I'm scared. Prices are dropping. Oh, I'm going to sell my crypto. And we sell. You think BlackRock is just going to, okay, let me just sell out billions of dollars of crypto because I woke up today and crypto market is red? What? Right? They live, breathe, eat this. This is what they do. They have over $1 trillion in asset. They're not going to allocate billions of dollars and then sell it next week because it went down 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. Right? They control, these people are the ones that control the market. Right? So that's why it's like you have to look. 4-year cycle applied when it was baby money in the market. We're baby money, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. That's baby money. But now you have large money allocating funds where they can allocate billions of dollars. And then I feel like people don't understand the difference between 1 million and 1 billion. Someone kind of gave like a good example of this. So $1 million in seconds, right? $1 million in seconds is 31 days, I believe. $1 billion in seconds is 37 years, right? So grasp the difference. 31 years is $1 million, right? 1 million. 1 billion is 37 years. So like the amount of money that's being allocated by people who are now buying crypto that they don't plan on selling very soon. So keeping that in mind, you have to realize what makes crypto go down. And I feel like a lot of people forget that. The only thing that makes crypto move, prices go up, is people buying. The only thing that makes crypto go down is people selling. So the people that are buying are now not selling. So how are prices supposed to just get crushed and keep going down? All right, you got to think about that. That's the psychology of trading. Right? It makes a big difference. You believe? I know, but what's your reasoning, Mar? You have to give your reasoning. Like, this is why it will not be a super cycle because of 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I just gave you my reasoning of why it will be a super cycle, right? I completely respect your opinion, but you have to give your reasoning, right? Give your reasoning, kind of like court, right? What's your reasoning? He is guilty. What's your reasoning? He is innocent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? You have to give your reasoning. Because I know everyone says that, like, we won't have a super cycle, but it's like, what's your reasoning? And when I think about it, when I see the flow of cash and the way money's moving, I'm like, I can't see why the 4-year cycle will continue. It doesn't make sense to me. So let me know what your reasoning is, like your 1, 2, 3 points. I kind of gave you my reasoning of why it is going to be in the super cycle. Big money's buying in and they're not going to sell, like you and I, pretty much. What's your analysis on SUI, sir? That's a good question. Christian. All right. My thoughts on SUI. I like SUI, you guys. I like SUI. For everyone who knows me, you guys know I like SUI. We bought SUI. When did I originally talk about SUI? I think I originally talked about SUI. It was a while ago when SUI was around 70 cents. When it hit its all-time high, I think in my community, I posted SUI when it was around 70 cents. I'm like, hey guys, I think this crypto has potential. It's really good. It's called SUI, blah, blah. But I like SUI. So here's the thing with SUI, Christian. Before we get into the tea of SUI, I just want to say that SUI currently has an ETF that's being proposed to the SEC. Out of all the ETFs that are being proposed, SUI is the one that has the least odds of getting approved. I believe SUI is currently sitting at maybe a 65% chance of getting approved, and some of the other ETFs are around 90%, 95%, a lot higher. But I think if the SUI ETF gets denied, then it may get first of all, thank you for all the likes. I'm just seeing all the likes coming in, like 641 likes. Geez, you guys gave me a lot of likes this morning. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Now, I think if it does get denied, I think though it will be brought up again for proposal, and I think it's gonna get approved. I think SUI is a crypto project that can do really, really well. It already did really well. If you look at SUI's performance, just this bull run already, it absolutely exploded, right? This is SUI's first bull run. Like, this bull run is SUI's first bull run. I think SUI has an amazing team behind it. On top of that, I love blockchains that are really cheap, right? SUI is a very cheap blockchain. I like blockchains that are very fast. SUI is a very fast blockchain, and I like blockchains that have a strong team behind it, right? As in, we're looking at the founders, right? And with SUI, it's like ex big tech, like ex Google employee, ex Twitter employee, ex like all these like huge tech companies that like you and I know about. They literally came together and then they created SUI, right? So it's good. And I know SUI, they had something going on with Solana, some type of partnership, something along that line. But yeah, I like SUI. Bought it when it was like down here, somewhere around here. It exploded, made good amount of money from SUI, right? It ran up, and yeah, I think SUI still has more potential, especially with how everything is going to happen soon. What are your analysis on Pump Fund? Pump Fund is good. You got to be careful with it though. You got to be careful with Pump Fund. Just because with Pump Fund is like, it's called Pump Fund for a reason, right? A lot of these coins, you know, they pump and then bam, they crash. So they pump and then prices drop. So you just have to be careful with it. You can use the platform, right? We know that a lot of people have used it. Some of the top performing cryptos this bull market has been meme coins. If you kind of stack up the top 20 crypto, a lot were meme coins. So you can get into it. The one thing I will say, if you're getting into the crypto meme world with Pump Fund, is that number one, just know that it's a meme, it's a trend. So it's going to pump and then prices are going to crash. So just know that. So make sure when you do buy in, you take your profit very early as well. And then number two, just make sure that you don't hold them for a long term, because if you look at the way any meme performs, like it doesn't matter what meme it is, it never keeps going higher and higher and higher throughout bull markets. So just make sure you get it, cheap, right? As you see prices pump, continue to take prices out, right? Because you don't know, some of them might be rug pulls. So just continue to take prices out little by little. Be very quick to take out your initial principal. That way, no matter what happens, you make money. Thank you for the like, Christian. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much, Basil. Christian, showing love. All right, that's good. If you guys are enjoying this, if you guys are enjoying everything I'm sharing, all the gems, all the values I'm sharing, check out the link in the bio or latecrypto.ca, where I am doing the crypto training of how I was able to crush in crypto, make my first 300K my first year of crypto. So yeah, that's the part of crypto that it moves so fast. If you know what you're doing, because crypto moves fast. If you know what you're doing, man, like you can win. You can win really good. All right, so hang on. You guys asked some questions. I know I missed some of your guys' questions. Let me scroll and see the questions you guys asked. I promise you, if I missed your question, I'm going to scroll up and answer your question. All right, so I'm going to scroll all the way up. Christian was the last question who asked me about Sui. I answered that. Mars said he believes, yep. Mars, did you end up answering? No, you didn't give me your reasoning. Still waiting on you, brother. Still waiting on you. I'm always down to have discussions, because when you ask me a challenging question, I ask you a challenging question, and we think, and then from that, value is created to help everybody else, right? I think it's good when people disagree in a healthy way, so that everyone shares their opinion, their thoughts about the crypto market, and everyone can grab gems from that and help us make better investing and trading decisions. So let me know your reasoning, man. I hope I didn't offend you in any way when I said give me your reasoning. I just think we have to challenge each other. So, okay, do you think outperform Solana? Do I think Sui can outperform Solana? No, Sui cannot outperform Solana. And what do you mean by outperform Solana? Right, you have to realize they're two completely different. Like they're two completely different cryptos. Like Solana. Like, okay, so Solana, which I love. Like I used to call Solana my baby girl, right? Like baby girl Solana, like it was my baby. Like Solana was like, it was my girl. Like technically I'm married, but you know, Solana was my love. Like it was my love, right? You guys know, like, cause I bought Solana when it was $4. Okay, let's go here so I can talk about Solana. All right. Actually, let me show it on this chart because it might be easier. Let me just open up another tab. All right, so here, let me show you guys Sol real quick. Actually, here, I'll show it to you right. This way might be easier. Well, let's show here, compare with, is Sui on the list? I don't think Sui's on the list. Actually, it might be. Let's see right here. We might get it. Oh, here we go. There you go. All right, so this is comparing Sui with Solana. All right, because someone asked me, do you think Sui can outperform Solana? The blue line is Solana. The orange line is Sui. Look at this competition. Does this look like competition to you? Jeez. Come on, you guys. Solana gang. Let's go. Oh, geez. I just said the word gang. Don't take down my video. I'm not gang affiliated. All right, you guys. Look at this. Look at this beast mode. You guys. Side note was, I bought Solana when it was $4, and I remember I went out to dinner. It was me, the wifey, some of my boys, so a few of my boys, like some flew in, like one of my boys flew in from Alberta, another one, but I remember we went out to eat. And this is me, like I started getting into crypto and I started doing really, really well. But I wasn't telling everyone like, oh, how much money I was doing, like, you know, keeping that confidential. But then we're at dinner, I'm like, all right, let me tell the boys, like, let me tell the mans, right? Everyone has their girl there. I'm like, listen, you guys gotta get into crypto. I'm gonna tell you guys about a crypto I'm investing in right now. The crypto's called Solana. This is back in the day. Like this is like 2020. This is when like Solana was new, right? Like it was a few years. Was it 2020? I don't remember, but this is a few years ago, right? It was back here somewhere in 2021 or even a little bit earlier. Was it 2021? Okay. And then I'm like, listen, you guys, we're all there. I'm like, listen, you guys, Like there's just low key, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, there's this crypto project called Solana. Like I think you guys could get in. Like trust me. Like I bought it when it was really cheap, and I shared my crypto. I'm like, look at how much money I make. Everyone's like, whoa, like that's it. I'm like, trust me, you guys. And then one guy is like, bro, it's too expensive. I'm not gonna buy it. It's already $40. I'm like, listen, just buy it. Trust me. It's 40. I know because I got in like I already 10x. I already did more than 10x on it. But I'm like, this is going higher. I'm like, just buy it. And I buy it, you guys buy it. And I remember DJ Smooth, good morning, bro. And I remember we finished dinner, right? And then we're driving home on the highway. And then so my wifey had the phone. And then he was texting me. He's like, bro, ever since you told us about this crypto, it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. And I'm like, did you end up buying it? He's like, no. Fast forward, like a few months, he ended up messaging me. He's like, bro, that crypto you told me about hit 100 or 200, whatever. I'm like, yeah, did you buy it? He's like, no, I just saw it. He's like, every single week, it just kept getting higher and higher and higher. I'm like, oh my gosh, you didn't buy any? He's like, no, I didn't buy it. And I'm like, and that's when I learned such like a bad lesson in life, like a truth about life, is that you can legit show people like, listen, look what I made. Like, look at this. Follow this path. You will crush it. And they still won't do it. Like, they just still won't do it. Right? And it was like, it kind of broke my heart. Like, it was like a lot of them just didn't believe. I don't know why, but yes. Sol is a beast. Sui's not gonna outperform Sol. Like, remember, Solana is part of the big three, bro. Solana is part of the big three. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. He like watched it. He just watched me make money. Like every day he would just watch it go higher. And he never bought. And I'm like, okay. None of them bought. And then finally when they wanted to buy, they're like, should we buy now? I'm like, bro, like stop it. You want to buy now? It's over $200 right now. Like, why would you want to, like, it was like you literally saw it do like 5x, something crazy. So all right, what is the max price it could get to though? That's so hard to say, Christian. And the reason why that's a hard question to say is because Solana is currently in the midst of like pending ETF approval. And if the ETF for Solana gets approved, then it's like, then we can really see a pump, right? But if the ETF gets denied, then it's like, oh, okay, then we have to just rely on retail instead of relying on institution, big money, and investors. So it's hard to say, but I will say this. Solana, let's go look at Solana real quick. Solana, if you guys are enjoying all the lessons, click the link in the bio. Because I'm doing a crypto trading of how I was able to make my first 300K in crypto in 1 year. I just gave you guys an example right here, a story of one of the ways I was able to do it. Well, I told you guys a story, not the strategy, because that's the real gem changer, the strategy. Okay, so if we look at Solana, so this is the Solana chart. Let's do it on the daily, and then let me move it up so you guys can see it, because I feel like my face is blocking it. All right, I think this is good, right? Everyone can see that. Everyone should be able to see that. Okay, so here's the thing with Sol, right? We bought Sol when it was like, I don't know, somewhere down here, right? Skyrocketed, boom, right? Retraced, boom, skyrocketed again. Now, this was the new all-time high for Sol. It hit $2.50-ish something, $2.60 something. Massive retracement. This was the bear market. If you look at the way Sol moved this bull market, like this is right now where we're in today, it hit a new all-time high already, right? This was new all-time high. Great. It had a retracement and then hit another all-time high, right? Boom, right here. Crazy all-time high, prices skyrocketed. Trump, tariff, China, US, battle, war, all this jazz right here. We saw prices end up going down, and now it's making its way back up. Now, because Sol hit new all-time high, a lot of people took profit, right? A lot of people sold because, all right, you made your 50K, 100K, maybe $1 million, $2 million, whatever amount you made. Now, what happens is we have to see, right, if we get enough new attention for SOL to hit a new all-time high, to run all the way back again. Because you have to realize when people were taking profit, it was a lot of people that bought SOL within down here. And pretty much within the year and a half, a lot of those people were the ones taking profit. So now with SOL being down here, because retail took profit, what now has to happen is we need so much more new buyers coming in. And where I think that new buyers will come in will be from old money. So what I mean by old money is that if you look at people that have the most amount of wealth in the world, it's typically individual. I think they said over the age of 47. And I'm like, well, it makes sense because if you're under 47, let's say you're in your 30s or you're in your 20s, you haven't been in the workforce that long compared to someone who is in their late 40s or 50s, right? Like typically the longer you're alive, the more money you make, right? Like that makes sense. You work longer years, so you have more money. Those individuals that have the majority of money, right? Old money, as we call it, or money through generation, big money, which we thought our institutions, our BlackRock, our ARK investment, right? Kathleen Wood, who bought Bitcoin when it was 250 bucks. Like those people, they like investing through ETF. They like investing through, right, those large institutional, like it's just more safe. They're not going to open up a little Coinbase and put like $1 billion in a Coinbase. Like they're not going to do that. So for that, so that's the reason why I think number one, Solana can hit all-time high, but it has to come, institution has to step in because there might not be enough retail investment, so enough retail to make SUI skyrocket back to a brand new all-time high, which would take it to $300, right? Because its market cap is already huge. Market cap is already pretty big. All right, I hope that answered that question. What is good to say? Oh, wait, someone asked a good question. All right, for everyone who just asked questions, I'm going to go in order by people who asked the questions. All right, so Christian asked his question about my price prediction for SUI. Yeah, so I think SUI can, so I think SOL can get over $300, but the ETF has to get approved. The ETF has to get approved. If the ETF doesn't get approved, I think we can see it move above $200 and start moving higher in end of September, October, November. That's when I expect it to pump. All right, answered that question. What is JJ asks, what's a good start for beginners? What do you mean, JJ? What do you mean by what's a good start for beginners? Elaborate. Let me know what you mean. What is a good start for beginners? Like, what's a good crypto to buy for a beginner? Should you start investing as a beginner? Should you start trading as a beginner? Should you start, like, what do you mean by what's a good start for beginners? JJ, this is for you. Jade, this is your moment right now, JJ. People are asking questions in the chat. I'm just waiting for you to respond right now. Geez, JJ. JJ's not saying anything, you guys. JJ, I was showing you love because I don't want anyone to feel ignored, but JJ's not saying nothing. He might have left. So on to the next one. Okay, I feel like JJ's question is good. So I'll answer JJ's question in case anyone else has the same question. What is a good place to start if you're new? If you're new, a good place to start are with crypto projects. So I'm going to kind of do this. I'm going to answer it if you want to invest and if you want to trade. Okay, let's answer it that way. If you want to invest and you're brand new to crypto, what should you do? If I want to invest, I'm brand new, what I would do is I would go to CoinMarketCap, right? There's the website, CoinMarketCap, right here. Everyone sees the website. Yes, I want to know JJ's question. JJ. Akin said, yes, I want to know JJ's question. So if you're brand, are you new? Are you new, Akin? Are you new to crypto? Like, how long have you been in crypto? Okay, I have a question for the chat, you guys. Chat, question, you guys. If you have been in crypto for 1 year or less, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. You're like, I've been in crypto for 1 year or less. So you've been in crypto for 365 days or less. 1, okay. John, okay. 21 Lover, okay. Bob, Atlas, Mesh, CV, DJ Smooth. Okay, so technically most of you guys are a lot more actually. How much people is that? One, two. Bob, Alice, CV, DJ Smooth, Oakland, Alf, John, Bob again. No, 3 years. Okay, so it looks like no 3 years. Okay, so it looks like maybe 20% of you guys have been in crypto for 1 year or less. So everyone else who hasn't answered, I'm assuming you've been in crypto for more. Put this. If you've been in crypto for over 3 years, put a for 3 years and higher. 3 years. 1, 2, yeah, 3 years or higher. Put a 3 in the chat. 3 years or higher, because this is gonna let me know whether we should focus on very base, more beginner oriented stuff, or we should focus on more like, all right, you know what you're doing, you have your reps, all right, but still don't know. You guys kill me. Atkins said, I've been in crypto for 3 years, but I still don't know. I still don't know. I still don't know nothing. Bro, do you think market is going to pump or dump today? Yes, 3 years, but without knowledge. Okay. I get it now. Okay. So a lot of you guys have been in crypto, but you're still like working the 9 to 5, still living your regular life. So you wouldn't consider yourself someone who is deeply knowledgeable about investing and trading crypto. Like you've been in it, but you're not deeply knowledgeable. Okay, I get it now. That helps a lot, because when I go on these live stream, the whole purpose of them is to help you guys make money, right? Like I want to share value gems. So it's like, oh, this is a gem. I can apply this to help me level up in crypto. I can apply this to do better in crypto. And based on your knowledge base, it tells me whether like, should we talk about things that are level 8, 9, and 10? But if you are still learning things that are level like 3, 4, and 5, the 8, 9, and 10 just gonna go over your head. So that's good. Thank you for sharing me that. Okay. So analysis on a coin called Pump Fund. So Pump Fund isn't a coin. Pump Fund is a platform. It's a platform, sis. Right? Did I say it's sis, right? Yeah. So I don't want to mispronounce your name. I see the last part of your name. It says Abundance. So I'm going to just call you Miss Abundance or Mrs. Abundance. Number one, I like the mindset you have, abundance, money. I'm a huge believer of that. There's more. This is why I don't believe in gatekeeping, is because I believe there's so much money in the world and there's more than enough money for everybody. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. You guys are snapping on me, showing love. So there's more than enough money for everybody. There's no need for people to be greedy. So Miss Abundance, just to quickly answer your question, because I think you asked that same question twice. Pump Fund is not a crypto, right? Like it's not a crypto, like, as you can see, let me move it over. So here, this is Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is a crypto. I can buy Bitcoin. Ethereum is a crypto. I can buy Bitcoin. XRP is a crypto, right? BNB is a crypto. Solana is a crypto. USDT is a stable coin, but I can buy Tron. Like these are cryptos I can actually go and buy. Like, thank you, Christian. I appreciate all the likes, man. I can go and buy those, right? Where Pump Fund is, it's a platform. So I'll give you another example. Like let's imagine all these cryptos are fruits, right? Banana, orange, mango, apple, strawberry. So I can go out and buy them. Pump Fund is like the store where you go to buy it, right? So Pump Fund is the store and where you go to buy it, and these are the fruits that's inside the store. Kind of like the easiest way of me explaining it. I hope that makes sense. Good work, John. That's good. That's really good. John, you're doing great, man. Keep up that good work. Thank you, DJ Smooth, for the heart. I appreciate you. Christian said, I told you I'm getting you 5K likes. Yeah, you did. I'm at 5K likes. You guys, I don't know if you guys, you actually got me. Thank you, Christian, for help. Thank you for that. Thank you, DJ Smooth, for that. Thank you. You guys are showing a lot of love. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to scroll up. So everyone who's commenting in the chat right now, I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to go up to the last question that I answered. And then if there's any question that I missed, I'm going to answer it. And just to see, okay. Just to see what I missed. Okay, I'm going to scroll up. Last question was asked by my views on XRP. Is it Denise? I think Denise asked me, what are my views on XRP? So my views on XRP, let's talk about XRP real quick. You guys want to know about XRP? Let's go to XRP. Let's go to XRP. XRP. I think we talked about XRP, right? I think we talked about XRP. Was it yesterday, 2 days ago? Right? Talk about XRP. This is what I don't like how XRP is moving lately. It dropped back here. XRP is at $2.90. $2.90. We have to be careful at $2.90, right? $2.90. So I see you guys dropping cryptos in the comments. I will answer all those cryptos for sure. I just want to go by order because I don't want anyone to think that I'm ignoring their messages, that they're not being heard. I know sometimes you guys ask questions, I don't answer and I skip someone. People be like, you're ignoring me. Trust, yeah, I don't hate you guys. I don't hate anyone. I can't even see you guys. All you guys can see me. You guys see my face and everything. I can't even see none of you guys. I just see a little picture. Right. So, all right. So XRP, these are my thoughts on XRP. Number one, XRP is going to have a really hard time. First, let's talk about the negative and then I'll end with the positive so we can end off on a good note with XRP. Number one, XRP is going to struggle to get above this price range. It's going to struggle to get to $3.50. Because what happened? Here we got close to that $3.50 price range, right? And then what happened? Boom! People took profit. So what this tells me is that there's a lot of people who don't have... Okay, a lot of times when a crypto project hits a new all-time high, the way XRP hit a new all-time high 8 years ago, and I've seen some videos on people on the internet be like, XRP hit a new all-time high. No, it didn't. Like, people on social media posting some false information, right? So this is CoinMarketCap. You guys can see. I'm currently looking at XRP. So this is XRP. You guys see right here, it says XRP, right? XRP right here. If you scroll down and you look at all-time high for XRP, all-time high was 8 years ago, right here. All-time high 8 years ago, XRP hit $3.84, right? That's the all-time high for XRP. So that all-time high price range is right here. Right, you guys see that right here. So this is the all-time high for XRP. The thing with XRP is that XRP is going to struggle to get above this range right here. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to struggle to get above and hold. And we have to get above this, right? I call this the Great Wall of China, right? Because every time XRP tried to get above it, bomb, rejected, bomb, prices went back down, right? Came back towards here, boom, ended up dropping back down. Ran back up, bomb, ended up dropping back down. So now looking at XRP closely, XRP is actually doing something that I like. XRP is consolidating, right? If we look at it really closely, XRP is kind of moving like in this sideways direction, right? This sideways direction. Now, this sideways direction is good because what's happening is that there's people who are buying XRP that aren't willing to sell. And there's a lot of people, there's a little bit of people that are also selling their crypto. So it's kind of like that battle between, are we going to buy? Are we going to sell? Are we going to buy? Are we going to sell? We're going to buy and then sell. And it's pretty even. When you start seeing movements like this, it kind of means like it's an even fight. When you start seeing massive moves toward the upside, it means, hey, like people are buying, right? People are buying. They're really bullish, or people might have gotten liquidated. But this typically says there's that battle happening. And when that battle is happening, it means at the end of the battle, there is a winner. There is a winner at the end of every war, which will result in a massive run toward the upside or a massive drop towards the downside. Now, let's talk about the negative. If we have a massive drop towards the downside, how low do we see XRP going? if we have that massive drop towards the downside, where I see XRPs going was going around here. This is $2.70 price range. It's hard for me to show everything because the way I'm moving my screen, but this is around $2.70. So if XRP goes down, that's how low I expect it to go. Why would you say that? Because historically, even if you look at the current movement of XRP, when XRP got close to that $2.70 price range, people bought right here, boom, bam, it ran up, right? Came, crashed down, boom, prices came back. So if it drops again close to that range, right, we can see that this level was held really well, right? That $2.70, $2.60 price range. So if we get rejected down, people are probably going to buy. But this pattern right here, it's unsustainable for an extended period of time where you won't really see prices keep bouncing within here. Let me make it. You won't see prices, right, keep. Let's just drill it this, okay? You won't see prices keep doing this, bum, 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 forever. We have to break out, right? Like I said, who's gonna win the war? So it's either gonna go bomb, break back up, and start playing back in this upper zone, which this is where we want, right? This gives us the upper hand, boys, right? This gives us the high view. We can see enemy coming, sit down, camp, sniper, headshot. We're on top of them, right? This is where we want to be, fellas. And then, because once we're in this zone, it now sets us up to accumulate, and then bam, prices can run towards the upside. If we break down, this is where we're going, which is $2.70. We need XRP to get above $3. XRP has to get up. This is $3 price range. XRP has to get above $3 and consolidate. Now, here's the positive. Sergio, good morning, my brother. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Welcome. So let's just talk about this for exchange. What I see with XRP that's really positive that a lot of people are talking about. First of all, let me take a break because you guys got me talking a lot, okay? The wifey with the shake. This is the love shake right here. The love shake. You know what I need? I need a brand deal. There's any company who sells good, healthy shakes. I'll happily promote. I always get these like brand deal offers, like promote my crypto. I'm like, bro, no. Promote my meme coin. I'm like, no. I'm not gonna promote your crypto and then people lose money. No, not me. Okay. All right, you guys. Back to it. Now, this is what I see with XRP, where I think XRP can do really well. XRP currently has an ETF that's up for proposal. If that ETF gets approved, first of all, that ETF has a 90% chance. What's the rating on it? I'm trying to remember. The rating on the XRP ETF approval, it's like 90. It's 90% minimum. I don't remember the exact number, but I know it's 90% minimum. So if that gets approved, I think then that's what we're gonna see a run toward the upside. We're gonna see consolidation, and ideally it's gonna cause a run toward the upside if that ETF gets approved. Now, regardless if that ETF doesn't get approved, let's say now that ETF doesn't get approved, because this is what a good investor does, right? You guys realize what I'm doing? I'm giving you guys the negative, and I'm also giving you guys the positive. When it comes to trading, that's what you got to do. You have to look at what's going to happen if prices goes up. If price goes up, I'm going to buy right here, right? Buy here, boom, it skyrockets. It's here. I'm going to take my profit here. I plan to trade, so I already know when I'm going to buy. I already know when I'm going to sell, right? Jeez, thank you for all the likes. You guys are just crazy thoughts. You guys are showing crazy love right now. All right. So if, what was I saying? If XRP doesn't get its ETF approved, I think the ETF approved can get XRP to reach new all-time high. If the ETF gets approved, we're going to see XRP at new all-time high. If the ETF gets denied, doesn't go through, I think we will still see XRP pump in the month of that October, November, right? Like those crazy months where crypto just pumps. But we won't see it run up as high as it would run up if it got the ETF approval. So that is what I see in regards to XRP. It will run up back to over $3. I think we'll see it run up above $3.50. And I think we'll battle with a new all-time high in the month of October, November. We'll battle with a new all-time high. That's what I think. And when I say that's what I think, I never base investments and trades based off my feelings. I always base them off data, statistics, probability, like actual facts. And the facts are showing us historically October, November is when we should see some crazy crypto pumps. Thank you, Christian. Thank you. Applause. Was it Applause who gave all those likes? Christian's the one who's snapping with the likes right now. Christian. All right. So that's what I see in regards to XRP. I wish I could mine BTC like I said, like, what? I wish I could mine BTC. You could mine BTC. Just make sure that the money you're making from it is worth it. Make sure the money you're making from it is worth it. I know you want me to do VeChain. I know you want me to do VeChain Veil. But, oh, you got a nice little dog. Is your profile picture? Val, I know you want me to do VeChain, but I want to go in order of everyone who asks questions. I don't want to skip anyone's question. Hello from Jersey. Jeez, Jersey. Let's go. Okay, quick question. Who in the chat's from the States? Put a U if you're from USA. Put a U in the chat, just the letter U. Just put a letter U in the chat if you're from the stateside. Anyone here from the stateside? You. Okay. States. Jersey. Let's go. States. All right, we got a few. New York in the city. New York in the building. The city. Florida. Let's go. DJ Smooth. All right. We got a few. Got this Florida. I low key love Florida. My home away from home. I just love it because the palm trees, the warm weather, the beaches. Here from Lebanon. Whoa, Lebanon? Jeez, NC. NC's North Carolina? Is NC stand for North Carolina? NC's North Carolina, let me know. Lebanon is wild, bro. I think you're the furthest person right now, Christian. Lebanon? That's crazy. Wow. You guys, when we're in Miami, I've said this story before. So I think, when did I start going to Miami? So when I got into like crypto, I follow you, I guess, in 2021 or 2020. I followed you on IG in 2020. I think, geez, Christian. So you're one of the OGs. I think that's when I first started creating content. I think it was when I first started creating content in 2021. And when I started creating content, I started creating crypto content. Like that's the only content I make. I think 2021. I think when my crypto portfolio started hitting like six figures, like good six figures regularly, and I'm like, hey, I think I'm good at this crypto stuff. Like, yeah, you were shooting the BTC pillow. I remember back in the that was when because I remember that year was when like I'm like, yo, I'm elite at this. When I saw like, because I remember that was when like I paid off all my credit card debt, I paid off all my student loan. That's when I started buying all my investment properties, and I'm like, yo, I'm really good at this, man. Like, look how much money I made. And then I went into social media and I started giving crypto advice. And then that's when like people found me, I guess. And that's when you found me. Yeah, 2021, that makes sense. 2022? No, I think either 2022, 2021 is when I started creating content. I don't know. Yeah, you had ADA. Yes. Yeah, ADA. Yes. Okay. So 2021. Yeah. Because I remember ADA hit its all-time high back then. And I was telling people, buy ADA, you guys. Buy ADA. And ADA was like $1 at the time when I first told people to buy it. And ADA went up to like $3. No, ADA was under $1 when I first said to buy it on social media. Yeah, on social media, when I first said buy ADA, it was under $1. It went up to like $3.10. I got a few DMs, like maybe 2 people messaged me, 3 people were like, "Yo, thank you, I appreciate this, brother." What crypto do you like? I like good old times, man. Good old times. You right. You right. You know what's so crazy? Okay. All right. Yeah. Good times. Okay. We've been reminiscing for a long time, you guys. Let's talk about actual. Let's get back to talking more crypto money stuff. Christian, I like you, my brother. I like you. You're noted. Now I'm going to remember who you are. Thank you. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm going to scroll up, going back. Any Bama. Ooh, we got someone from, okay, just for Deanna. You guys are from everywhere. All right. I'm going to scroll up. Okay. I'm going to scroll up to see the most recent question I did not answer. You guys, if you guys like all the gems, everything that's being shared, you guys already know what to do. Click the link in the bio because that's where the real crypto lesson. I'm doing that lesson tomorrow. Talking about how I made my first 300K in crypto. Like the strategies, exactly what I did. Like I did this strategy, step 1, 2, 3. Then I did this strategy, step 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this strategy, step 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, to help everybody. Especially if you're like, man, I really want to level up in crypto. I know I can do this. I just got to learn. Or you've been in crypto for a while because some of you guys said you've been here for 3 years, but you haven't really maybe haven't hit your goals yet. So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So if you have a question, because now there's a lot of questions. If you have a question and I missed your question, just drop your question in the chat. I see people who just posted their question, but I want to answer everyone who's had their question for a while that I did not answer. If you had your question for a while, drop them in the chat and I'll answer your questions in order from the most recent to from the oldest to the most recent. All right. What is a super cycle? All right. That is a really good question. Who asked that question? What is a super cycle? Test. I'll just call you Test. Test asked a good question. What is a super cycle? All right, Test. So a cycle is like, Test, what country do you live in? Or what state are you in? And I can maybe explain it better that way. What country, what state, where do you live? Kind of explain super cycle because I know I was talking about it when that one guy, and I said, give me your reasoning. Mar was his name. What country or state do you live in? Test. US. Okay, you live in the US. All right. Okay, so do you know how there's places in the States where they have multiple seasons, like New York, right? Cleveland, what else? Utah. There's states that has multiple seasons, right? So like New York has like a summer where it's actually warm, and then they have like a fall, then they have a winter, then they have a spring, then they have summer, right? Like the weather changes, right? You wear a jacket in winter, summer you can wear a t-shirt and shorts. So imagine one full year where you have all those different seasons. That's a cycle. That's a crypto cycle. Now taking that concept, I'm going to explain to you how it works in crypto. So it's kind of like this, right? So if you look at, this is XRP. XRP is a really bad example for explaining crypto cycle just because XRP had a lawsuit. So it didn't do what every other crypto is doing. So I'm going to explain cycles for you. Okay. Let me push this up. This is important for everyone to understand. So if you're in crypto and you want to make money, regardless if you want to make money for the short term or long term, you have to understand this concept, right? Like you better understand this concept. I have to switch it to weekly. Okay. So this is important for everyone to know, right? I'm going to teach you guys it right now. Okay. Now, all of this looks super small, but I'm going to explain this because this is important. All right. Lock this down. Remember, focus right now, you guys. Remember this principle. Okay. So this chart right now is Bitcoin, right? You're like, okay, all of this is Bitcoin, right? This right here, right? This is 2015. This is 2015 right here. This line, I'm going to drop it down, right? This is This is Bitcoin 2015 right here is like 2016. So cycle means where we've had fall, winter, summer, spring, whatever. We've had all the seasons. So just to make it easy, crypto has this season where it's skyrocketing, right? And I remember this. This is when Bitcoin skyrocketed and hit all-time high. Bitcoin hit $20,000. So it's summer, like prices are going up. Yeah, everyone loves summer. It's warm, out, going to the beach, you know, no t-shirt, t-shirt outside, shorts, right? Nice. And then you have crypto winter where prices crash down, right? So that's a cycle, right? Where prices went down, blah, blah, blah. Then it spiked up, hit its new all-time high, and then started going down, right? That's one cycle. Now, here is another cycle, right? Prices crash, whatever, then runs up, hits a new all-time high, another new all-time high, and then price ends up going down. That's another cycle. And then it just repeats itself. So everything just repeats itself. Hits new all-time high, crashes, goes down. Hits new all-time high, runs back up, crashes. Then it goes down again, winter, right? This is winter when prices are down. And then goes and hits new all-time high again. And that's where we are. So typically, crypto cycles are 4-year period. So where in New York, within 1 year, you go through all the 4 seasons. In the world of crypto, the cycles typically last 4 years, right? So crypto will go up for 4 years. And then, poof, prices crash. It goes down. And then this cycle repeats again. I said we're in a super cycle, meaning instead of prices going up for 4 years, we can see prices go up for 5 years. And I said the 4-year cycle is over. And I gave my reason why. Because the 4-year cycle was just based on retail. So retail are people who are non-institutionalized, non-licensed. So like you and me, like we're retail. Institution is like the bank, right? Chase, right? Chase, like that's an institution. They have billions of dollars, way more money than you and I, right? So now they're investing in crypto. All of this, right? All of this from here and back, right? From literally this arrow and back, all of this, right? Was all people. You, me, like all of these crypto spike going up was you, me, grandma, grandpa, our friends, our family, your girl, your fiance, your uncle, your dad, all your friends, your boys, all of this. Now, this crazy run toward the upside, this is when institutions started coming in. This is when big boy money started coming in. So my whole theory is little boy money, you, me, right, our 1 million, our 2 million, great. You scaled it up to 5 million, 10 million, great. You're a millionaire now. Still doesn't compare to their money. Because you make your first million. I'm selling. I made my first million. All right, you bought a little bit more. Boom. You made that million. It turned into, let's say, another 3 million. All right, great. You're selling. With them, they're putting 100 million, 600 million, 700 million, 800 million, right? And they don't sell. They hold for years. So it doesn't make sense to me at all why prices will still drop as aggressively or even keep following the 4-year cycle when the people that controlled the 4-year cycle was you and me, when now there's a big boy in town called the US government, called BlackRock, called ARK Investment, called institutions, and they have way more money and they're going to buy and they're not going to sell. Because the only thing that makes crypto go down, and people don't realize that, is people selling. Like that's what makes prices drop when we sell. But they're not selling. They're buying, they're holding. And if it does go down because all of us are selling, they're going to buy even more. So hence why I'm like, it has to be a super cycle. Like there's just so much more capital, like way more capital in the market, way more. And it's capital that's here to stay. That won't exit in and out. That makes sense. Hakeem said that makes sense. Thank you. I'm happy that makes sense and everyone understands that. So if you're new to crypto, you got to understand. Thanks. You're welcome. If you guys like some of the crypto lessons, gem that I am sharing, you know what to do. Go to litcrypto.ca right here. or the link in the bio for the crypto lesson that I'll be teaching tomorrow, sharing exactly what I did to level up. Why is it doing that? To level up my crypto so I could crush it, right? I'm sharing lesson 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then strategy 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Strategy 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This is how I did it, you guys. This is exactly how I made that first 300K in crypto in my first year, right? Just these strategies that I'm going to drop for you guys tomorrow. Which year are we now in the bull run? Which year are we now in the bull? You mean which cycle are we in? So this is the 5th cycle, I believe we're in. I think we're in the, was it 4th or 5th? I don't remember. We're either in the 4th or 5th cycle, if that makes sense. Oh, what year are we in the bull run? Is that, I think I answered that right? So the prices of crypto started booming in 2023. Price of crypto started booming in 2023. 2023, we saw prices start boom, right? Skyrocketing. The end of 2022, 2023, let's see. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's see the exact. Let's find out the exact date. So here was the bottom, and we started seeing that crazy pump in January of 2023. Yeah, so then that's when we saw that crazy boom towards the upside. Prices skyrocketing up. Whoa, okay. All right, I hope that answers that. All right, now, let me scroll up. Did anyone ask a question? All right, Kim asked a question. Before Kim, though, we got to answer Dream. Dream asked a question. All right, I think we're at Dream. Dream, right? What is a super cycle? I think that was the first question. And then Christian. Sorry, all right, we're at Christian right now. Christian said, what are your thoughts on LTC, which is Litecoin? What do you think about a good moment to start investing in crypto? When do I think is a good moment to start investing in crypto? That's a really good question, Christian. I think a good moment to start investing in crypto is, first, your first question, what do I think about Litecoin? I think Litecoin falls in the same category as... Actually, Litecoin hasn't hit a new all-time high this bull run. I'm pretty sure it did not hit a new all-time high this bull run. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it did not. Yeah, it didn't. It didn't hit a new all-time high this bull run. It hit a new all-time high in 2018. I remember the 2018 bull run, right? It exploded. And then I remember the 2021 bull run. That's when I started creating a lot of content for you guys, right? Boom, it exploded. And then after that, kind of shriveled down. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, it didn't hit a new all-time high. Look at that, you guys. Bam, bam. I'm locked in, bro. Someone said this to me. They're like, if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. Stay ready, you never have to get ready. Okay, so when a crypto project does something like this, I think I might have spoken about this before. There's 2 ways of making money in crypto. There's making money off, well, not 2 ways, there's more than 2 ways, but there's making money off the crypto volatility, and then there's making money off the crypto hitting all-time high. When I see a crypto like Litecoin, where it hit a new all-time high back in the 2018 bull run, right? Everyone loved it. Like, prices were like I remember, okay. Man. Okay, so 2018 bull run is stinking crazy. Okay, what was crazier, 2018 or 2021? Good question. So when prices hit new all-time high, one bull run, hits a new all-time high next bull run, but then in the current bull run, it doesn't hit a new all-time, right? Oh, Kim, yes, I know you asked your question, Kim. Don't worry, I got you, girl. I'm gonna answer. Just someone asked the question first, so we're going in order. All right, so the next bull run, because Litecoin didn't hit a new all-time high, the way you trade this crypto is, even if you're investing, like, I'll be careful with investing in Litecoin. Personally, I wouldn't invest in Litecoin, I would more focus on swing trading Litecoin. And if the ETF gets approved, then we could potentially move to an investment. So the way you would make money off this is just waiting for movement within the volatility. As I see it move towards its all-time high, I'm going to start selling. Like, I'm going to sell. I'm not going to hold on. And the reason why is because you can see every time it hits toward that all-time high price range, after its full all-time high, which is right here, boom, it came down a little bit, right? Like, hit all-time high, great. Attempted to retest, prices crashed. And now it's barely like before, like, what was that? Almost $300, close all-time high, almost $400. Now we're sitting at $115, right? It's like, right? So there's just a lot of selling pressure for everyone that bought it way before. Like, a lot of selling pressure. So it's really hard for all these buyers to come in to overwhelm all the selling pressure. Like, there's not enough capital in it. But like I said, Litecoin is one of those cryptos that's currently has a potential ETF approval. And if that happens, then it opens it up. Then it opens it up to now, okay, let's see what Litecoin can do. If the ETF gets approved, I know Litecoin will probably go to above $200, right? So yeah. Once Litecoin hits 330, the bull run is over. Once Litecoin hits 330, the bull run is over. Well, that's not a good way of looking at crypto. You shouldn't view crypto like that. Because one crypto running up just means a lot of people are interested in that crypto. It doesn't mean that the bull run is over, right? That's all it means. It doesn't mean it's over at all. It just means a lot of people are interested. All right. I asked you. What did you ask me, Kim? Why don't you tell what? Why you didn't tell me? Why I didn't tell you what, Kim? Whoa, Kim, what are you saying? Can you tell me when? What? Oh, I answered that question, Kim. I answered that question. I talked about XRP. I literally spoke about XRP for like 4 minutes straight. That's all we spoke about. Let me know if you missed it. Okay, other question. I think I answered that question. Makes sense. XRP price is dipping right now. Is that? Help the average person flip 500 in crypto. You can definitely flip 500 in crypto. I have someone in my community. He invested $200 and now he's over $10,000. Right? No, keep in mind though. Side note, you guys, I'm here to be transparent. Like, I'm not gonna tell you guys what you want to hear. Like, none of that. If I knew all he had was $200, I would have been like, just save a little bit more money. Save a little bit more money. And then I'll help you out. Like, save a little bit more and then I'll help you out. So he actually, I thought he actually told me he had more money. He actually told me he had more money. And then I'm like, okay, I got you. And then after he turned it to over $10,000. I think right now you might be closer towards 20K. Yeah. So yeah, some of my community. So if you have $500, you can start. You can do it with $500, right? You can do it $500. Got some of my community. I think out of everyone in the community, he started with the least amount. I don't know anyone else who started with under $200. Like $200, everyone can scrape up $200. Right? $200. Especially you live in like Canada, America, certain countries in Europe, like you can scrape up 200. You guys can scrape that up. Bro, we seriously have to talk. I sent you a DM. We have to connect. Oh, okay. Yeah, send me a DM. Did you sign up? Because if you want help in crypto, if you guys want help in crypto, it's right here. You guys see the website, litcrypto.ca. That's when I'm doing the presentation right there. Litcrypto. Tomorrow, I'm doing the presentation. I'm showing you guys the strategies that I use to crush it in crypto. Strategy 1, 2, and 3. In strategy 1, I did 1, 2, 3, 4. In strategy 2, I did 1, 2, 3, 4. In strategy 3, I did 1, 2, 3, 4. This is it. This is the magic. This is everything. Voila. Like, that's it. Like, link right here. LakeCrypto.ca. Link in the bio. Click it. Go to it. Put your email address. And then you'll get a message with the link. I'm showing you guys the strategies. Right there. Okay. I have 15K. I don't know where to invest. Can you help me, please? Eric, you got 15K. First of all, Eric, you got 15K. Shout out to you, Eric. Not a lot of people have 15K. So shout out to you. Okay, good work. Good work. To be able to manage your money and work hard enough to save up 15K. Good work. Right? All right. So, where to invest? All right. What is your question? I have 15K. I don't know. Can you help me invest? I have 15K. Eric, you literally asked the same question 3 times. That's making me think you're a bot. DJ. Okay, DJ Smooth. See you tomorrow, bro. See you tomorrow. I'll be dropping the sauce. See you tomorrow. I'll be dropping the sauce, the gems. Eric, no, you didn't read my text. So, oh, I didn't read it. So you kept saying it again and again and again. Okay. Okay. All right. So you have 15K and you want to invest in crypto. All right. So if you want to invest in crypto, so that's what I'm thinking. You're looking to invest, right? That's the goal. Invest. So you're long term. What I would do is I would focus on, I'll kind of give you like different categories of crypto you can check out, right? Category 1 are your super safe, reliable crypto project. I am asking many times, Kim, I answered your question, but I will answer it again for you, Kim. Okay, I got you, girl. I got you. What crypto is good to day trade? Kim, for you, the crypto you should focus on day trading is either Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. That's for you, Kim. Because when you ask me the question, what crypto is good for day trading, it makes me realize you're probably newer to crypto. So because you're newer to crypto, I don't want you trading a crypto that has such a high probability of prices going down and then it never going up and then you lose all your money. When you look at cryptos like Bitcoin right here, Ethereum, actually, no, do Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana. I just gave you 4 different cryptos, right? I just gave you 4 cryptos, okay? Now, why did I give you those 4 cryptos? Those 4 cryptos are the 4 cryptos where every single cycle, remember I just taught you guys about cycles, they always hit new all-time high. Meaning, even if you mess up, you're like, dang, I really messed up. Prices are going down. Oh my gosh, what's going on? You can even hold those cryptos because every cycle they hit a new all-time high, right? So those are the cryptos you can hold on to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ethereum, Bitcoin, BNB, Solana. All right, there you go, Kim. I answered you. No, XRP is not on that list. XRP hasn't hit a new all-time high yet. It still hasn't proven it yet. So there you go. I answered your question, Kim. All right, now next, let's go. I'm gonna scroll up. All right, Eric. Now, Eric was asking me about investing. You got 15K. All right, Eric, let's go. Let's go, bro. I got you. Is that Alicia? I'm listening and learning. Thank you. I wanted to know where you're from. Where I'm from? So, Alicia, I was born in Kinshasa, Africa. I was born in Africa. I was originally born in Africa, DRC, Congo. And I lived everywhere. I lived in France, Belgium, Swiss, in New York. I was in New York, Chi-Town. But when my parents came to the States, right? Like, we were immigrants, so they didn't have a lot of money at the time. So my parents are like, what? This is crazy. Like, this is ghetto. Like, what is this? Like, we cannot stay here. Like, right? So then after that, we ended up getting Canada's like, hey, like, come in the country. Don't worry. Like, we'll let you in, blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys will be able to get citizenship, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was just an easier path. Then my parents ended up settling in Canada. But the thing with crypto is it doesn't really matter what country you live in. Whether you live in Canada, whether you live in Europe, whether you live in America, in Australia, whether you're in Dubai, if you want to know what crypto or what crypto is doing, you have to just watch crypto news, right? Like you have to be aware of what's happening in crypto. And because crypto is 24/7, like you're just aware of it. So for everyone who lives anywhere, like crypto is like universal. Crypto is like, it's like water, right? It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, how you look, your body type, nothing. We all need water. Like we all need water. So I studied water. I studied crypto. So regardless of what country you live in, where you are, if you have crypto questions, I'll be able to answer it. Well, I'll just say this. I will answer it to the best of my capabilities. So I hope that helped. Okay, heart. Where are you from? Where are you from? Okay. Cali. I went to Cali. I've been to Cali a few times and I fell in love with Cali. And then I went to Miami and okay, the thing with Cali was I love Cali, but bro, the taxes was crazy. And then Cali was beautiful. I love the vibe. Uh yeah, but the water was cold, bro. The water was cold. I remember that about Cali. The water was cold. The water was freezing. That's the one thing. But let's go. California love. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Okay. All right. Question. I like your chill and positive vibes. Thank you, bro. That's how you got to be in life. Hakuna Matata. I heard a quote once. Someone said, it was like this older gentleman. He was talking about when life gets hard. And he was giving like his advice, his perspective. He said something I'll never forget. He says, everything always works out in the end. And if it hasn't worked out, then it means it's not the end. I'm like, let's go. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Drinking the wifey shake. Cheers to that, you guys. So if you're in crypto right now, you're like, dang, it's not going my way. I love that. That's good. I'm happy you like that. I like it too. So if crypto's not going your way, you guys, side note, it just means it's not the end, right? There's a lot of options. If you have money invested in crypto and you're like, dang, crypto's not going my way, there's a lot of things you can do. I'll give you guys some options right now of what you can do if you're in crypto and crypto's not going your way, right? So one really simple strategy. Everyone will just be like, just sell the crypto. You got to be careful. You got to be really careful when you're selling a crypto, when you're down on your investment, right? One thing you can do instead of selling the crypto if you're down on your investment is that you can take the crypto and then you can swap the crypto for another crypto. So instead of selling it, you can just swap it, right? So, because when you sell it, it depends. If you made a buttload of money with taxes, then it'll be smart to sell if you're down on that investment, because then the loss will go. Never mind, you guys, I'm not an accountant. I'm not a CPA. This is not financial advice. I'm just talking, all right? I'm just saying this because now I'm talking taxes. So if you're down on your investment, let's say like you have to pay 50K in taxes, 100K in taxes, and you're down on a crypto, you can sell it, and then that loss will go against your taxes. Great. But let's say you don't, for whatever reason, just saying, not financial advice. You can actually just swap your crypto for another crypto that you think, oh, this crypto is better. It has more potential to potentially go up, right? Instead of taking the crypto and then selling it, and then you're paying fees and you take a L, and then you buy the other crypto again, and then you're paying fees on that again, and then you wait for it to go down. So that's one option. Another, so there's so many different options. I don't want to go through the list of everything you need to do if you're down on your investment. That's more of a personal thing. Like, hey, I'm down. Then I'll ask you a bunch of questions like, what crypto is it? How much are you down? When did you buy it? Do you have any other money left over? Can you DCA? What price do you buy it at? Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, gotta go see your brother. Christian. All right, it was great to see you, man. It was great to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for all the likes that you gave me. I think you smashed the like button more than anybody else, bro. Like, you showed so much love. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I'll see you another day. Hope you have a blessed day. Put effort in learning trading and indicators as well as pattern. You can use it in any market. 100%. You can use it in any market. 110%. You're right. You are right. Okay. Eric asked me about investing. So Eric, I actually want to answer your question because are you still here, Eric? Let me know if you're still here. Are you still here? Because Eric said I have 15K and I'm looking to invest. Eric, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here. I'm sorry for not answering your question. Yes. Okay, perfect. Good. All right. So 15K. So this is what you would do if you're looking to invest, Eric, for the long term. For some reason, when I see you, Eric, I get a vibe like you're Eric. I get a vibe you're a father. Are you a father, Eric? I don't know. It's weird for me saying that. Like, I'm just seeing your name and that's not even your real face. But I get a vibe you're a father. Let me know if you're a father, Eric. I just think like you're a father. You're a father? No, I'm 19. I'm way off. You're 19. I'm way off. My radar is way off. You're 19 and you got 15K. Good stinking work, man. When I was 19, I didn't have 15K. Geez, you're ahead of me when I was your age. Okay, so this is what I would do if you're looking to invest, Eric. I would take that money, right? And what I would do is I would take some of it and I would first, I would take some of it, turn it into stable coin, stake it so that I'm making passive income because you'll make way more money with 15K in stable coins than you would in the bank. I remember when I started making some money in crypto and I got to like $20,000. And then I had 10K in USDT that was getting staked because I was waiting for the next huge buying opportunity. And then I had another 10K like in the market, and then I had another 10K in my bank account. So I had 10K in like a crypto savings account and another 10K in my bank account. The 10K in my bank account, I remember they like show you how much they pay you, and I had it there for a long time. I remember for the year after, it showed me like they paid me like, I don't know what it was. It was less than $100, like less than 100. They paid me like, I don't remember what it was. It was so small. I'm like, it was like $10 or something. I'm like, what the heck is it? $10? Like, what is this? Right. And then in my crypto account, they were paying me like, my 10K, they were paying me, and this was just in stable coin. So stable coin doesn't even move in price. They were paying me a couple $100, like, I don't know, was it maybe close to $500 a month? Like, it was ridiculous. I was like, what the heck? Right? Like on a stable coin. So this is what I would do. Take that money, part of it, put it in stable coin, boom. So it pays me a little bit of passive income in stable coin, so I don't have to worry about prices fluctuating. But I'll take the other one that I want to invest, and I'll look at these crypto projects because I want to invest in long term. I'll look at Bitcoin, bomb. I'll look at Ethereum, bomb. And then I'll look at Solana, and then I'll look at BNB in that order. Bitcoin, boom. Ethereum, boom. Solana, boom. Then I'll look at BNB. That's the order that I would look at. I would DCA into those crypto projects, right? And if you just want to pick one, I'll just put Bitcoin. If you just want to pick one, I would DCA in, and then I'll just wait for prices to turn red. So I would take my money, divide it up into like maybe 10. So take your 10K, divide up into 10, which would be $1,000 each. I'll wait for massive red days. So for this to turn red, and then bam, buy a little bit. Wait, prices drop, red aggressively, boom, buy another 1,000. In the meantime, my other money that I have, right, is now stacking up. That's on top of each other. Bam, 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 growing. That's how I play the game. And then I'll probably stop once I've allocated, let's say 5,000, and then wait for a massive crash, bear market, and then I'll put my other 5,000 and the other that I have in my stable coin. So massive accumulation, and then I'll just ride the wave up for the next bull run, and that'll be your retirement fund. So do you mean to stake the stable coin? Yeah. You can stake the stable coin. Even with your actual Bitcoin, you can stake it as well. Right? You can stake it as well. Alicia, Cali. So you can stake it as well. Yeah. So you can stake. So Alicia, are you looking to invest too? Like, are you more focused on the long term? Or are you more focused on like the short term? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Alicia, I like your bio, girl. I like your bio. I just read your bio, Alicia. I like your bio. I like your bio, Alicia. What's my view on buying Solana at 164? That's a good question. What's my view on buying Solana at 164? I bought 164. So I bought Solana a lot cheap. I like Solana. I bought Solana when it was really cheap. So if you're buying at 160, what in the world is this? What is this? What should I just click on? That is not so. Okay, here we go. Buying Solana at what price did you say you wanted to buy it at? You want to buy Sol at, yes, long term. Okay, Alicia, I got you. I'm gonna answer your question, Alicia, and then Alicia, Cali, my Cali sis, the link in the bio. I'm actually gonna talk about long term investing at litcrypto.ca. Link in the bio. I'm actually gonna talk about it. Investing in crypto in the long term. I'm talking about short term and long term. So Alicia, hop in there, click the link in the bio, and put your email address, and then get the link for the training that I'll be doing tomorrow. All right, 164 Solana. Let's take a look at that. 164 Solana. Okay, so you're talking about buying it right now, because that's where it's at right now. Right now, it's at 163, 164. That's the price right now. That works. You can do that. You can do that. But the only thing is just be prepared in case prices do move down a little bit lower, right? Kind of like when I talk about the difference between a good trader, right, and a basic beginner trader, a rookie trader, where a beginner trader just focuses on prices are going to go up, prices are going to go up, prices are going to go up. And they never think, well, what happens if prices goes down? Because the reality of life is, right, sometimes you work at your 9 to 5 and then you get fired and you feel like it's the end of the world. I remember when I got fired from my job. Oh my gosh. I'm like, this is crazy. I remember I worked as an intern. I was in university. I was working for a huge company. They're one of the biggest law firms like in North and South America. I think they were number 3 or 4. Huge law firm. And I was working in their IT department. And I was an intern because I was in university. I was finishing up university. Well, I was co-op because I was getting paid. And then they're like, don't worry, we got you. You're going to get a job with us. Like, we like you. You're good. People love you here. I was like, yeah, let's go. And I was getting paid. So I was just going to, like, when I finally graduate, they were just going to, like, really bump my pay to, like, a regular person, not just, like, a student, because I was still in university. It was, like, a co-op, my university, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to do. And then they're like, yeah, so my co-op ended. They're like, oh yeah, well, we're going to hire you. So just keep working with us. So I kept working for like, I think another month, 2 months, and like at like the co-op salary, like the student salary. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm ready. Like, no, school is done. Like, what's going on? They're like, like, yeah, we're sorry. We're going to have to let you go. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, like, we're not going to keep you as a co-op student. That we're going to let you go. We're not going to hire you. Like, give you a real full-time. I'm like, and I was devastated, bro. I was like, what the heck? And this was when I was getting, I was devastated because I remember my wife and I was shopping for rings and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to propose to her. And it sucked. It sucked. It was the worst feeling in the world. So, yeah. I don't remember why I said that story. Did someone say something that made me wanna? I don't remember why I shared that story. But yeah, but long story short, got off my feet. Everything ended up working out. Now look, now I make like 10 times more than I would if I stayed at a 9 to 5. Okay, but so there's no you can do it, people. You can do it regardless of how life is going, regardless of where you are. Anyone can learn how to invest. Anyone can learn how to trade. Crush it. Make their first 10K, 50K, 100K, 500K, a million. Not financial advice. I feel like I always have to say that. TikTok sent me a warning, be like, hey, be careful what you say on your live. And I'm like, okay. Like literally, like TikTok platform sent me that. All right. So now, Spark Bags. Or what's Solana at? So this is the price Solana. Oh, so this, I remember what I was going to tell you guys about Solana because someone wanted to buy Sol. All right. So link in the bio if you want that crypto gem lesson and my thoughts of how I crushed it in crypto, my strategies and everything. Here, if you want to buy Sol, here you can see Sol drop down. Here we saw the reversal candle, right? The long wick, small body on top, right? Our U-turn candle. That's what I call it. We saw the U-turn candle and we saw prices run toward the upside. And then we saw prices crash back down, right? Back towards the downside. That level of support, which it was previously at, we saw it hold. So it gave us that confirmation here. We're moving in the uptrend because our lows are performing higher lows, right? Higher low, higher low. And then our highs are also performing higher highs. We see the rejection, prices retrace, ran back up here, right? Boom, right? And then it ended up running back. So we have 3 confirmations. 1, 2, 3. Like it is set in stone. We're good. So now with the way this structure plays out, we're going to continue to bounce off this level of support, right? So there's just a very high likelihood we might see Sol run a little bit lower until it hits this point of contact as it has previously right here and as it did again right in this zone right there. So if you're saying, oh, when is a good time to buy Sol? Let's talk about if you are just focused on trading. Like that's all you want to focus on. If you're just focused on trading, I would look to buy anywhere when I see it hit this zone, right? Because we have multiple levels of support. So this is what you call a pattern within a pattern. So a lot of people won't see this, but I shall show it to you. Okay, so if you guys look at this pattern right here, right? Whoa, hang on. This structure right here was telling us that prices was going to move upwards because we see this right here. Boom, right? Shoulder, boom. We see the head, right? And you can see the way it dropped, right? Right here, bomb, shoulder, boom, head, bomb, left shoulder. This is what we call an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Here's the head, right? Boom. Here is the shoulder. And then here's the other shoulder, right? Inverse head and shoulder pattern. And what this pattern typically tells us, when I see this structure performing, right? This candlestick formation is telling me, hey, get ready to buy. Because all of these are just patterns, right? Like all of these are patterns. If you learn how to read this, right? Like if you learn how to read all of this, they're telling you, hey, I'm about to go up. Hey, I'm about to go lower, right? If you see it forming, then you know, hey, this pattern typically will always break towards the upside, and it broke towards the upside. And you guys can see that level of resistance, meaning this is the level that pushes price lower. You guys see it touched right here, bomb, price went down. Touched right here, boom, price went down. Came close, boom, price went down. Came close, boom, price went down. So now we finally break above. It's like Goku hitting that Super Saiyan level, right? He unlocked. It's like reaching that level of Naruto Nine Tails. Like you reach your full capacity. You've unlocked a new level in life. Hence why we saw that explosion towards the upside. So now the pattern is going to probably repeat, where we're going to see prices break back down towards this zone. So if I'm looking to buy, I will accumulate a little bit here. There's nothing wrong with accumulating there, but also be aware that we're currently in the month of August and we're in the month of September. So knowing that August is historically for the past 13 years a bad month for crypto, there's a high likelihood we can see prices drop closer towards that $1, sorry, that $150 before we start seeing it run toward the upside. So meaning something like this, bam, 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 bam. Right, we may see a structure play out like that. So if you want to invest for the long term, I would just invest when prices are red. That's it. Only when prices are red. Because right now, if you take a look at Sol, if we're doing long-term investment, look, prices were all the way down here. So why would I invest massive amounts, put 15K at this price range? If you're sitting on maybe 200K, yeah, I'll put in 50. Oh, hang on. I'm not showing the screen right. Hang on. Oh, you guys, if you can never see the entire screen, let me know and I'll show you guys. So I wouldn't want to put like a bunch of money at this price right here, right? Because look, this is where you want to do massive accumulation. Remember, Sol went from being over $200 all the way down to $8. $200 to $8, right? Shout out to everyone in my community that I bought when it was down here, right? We talked about Sol. We got to scoop it up. We made a, we were happy. So now, if I want to accumulate mass amount to hold for the long term, I'm not accumulating mass amount in the bull market. We want to get mass amount in the bear market. All right. I hope that helps. Share the little gem. Zach, thank you for the double rose. Zach, thank you for the double rose. I appreciate the love, Zach. Thank you very, very, very much. All right. Let me scroll up. I don't know if I missed any questions. If you guys like me breaking down these crypto projects, you're like, dang, I like this, brother. You're answering the questions well. I feel like I'm understanding it. This is good stuff. Zach said, good morning, you gem? Oh, you mean gems? Like I'm dropping gems, or gentlemen's, like gents? I'm not sure, but regardless, if you guys are liking some of the stuff I'm sharing, link in the bio for the crypto lesson class I'm hosting, which I'm doing tomorrow. And it's not going to be live. It's not going to be here on TikTok. Tomorrow. Link in the bio for everyone that wants that crypto gems of the strategies that helped me make my first 300K in crypto in 1 year. All right. This is good stuff. Thank you, Hakeem. I appreciate that, Hakeem. I appreciate that. That's my whole... Listen, when I got into crypto, here's one of my issues with crypto was not issues with crypto, but one of my issues was people would teach you, like, they wouldn't teach you. Like, they would show you stuff, but they wouldn't really teach you. And my whole thing was, can you teach me so that I can know for myself? Like, can you teach me so that if I never see you ever again, I have the information and knowledge and I'm able to make the right decision to help me make money. I know what I got to do to level up, right? To make my first $1,000, my first $2,000, my first $5,000, my first $10,000, my first $50,000, $100,000. Like, teach me, right? And I'll pay you money. Like, I will pay you money. Just teach me. The problem was there was only these Discord communities and they're like, hey, $100, $150 a month, whatever, pay this much a month, whatever amount they charge you per month. And they never taught me. And I'm like, bro, teach me so I can do this for myself, man. Right? So I had to learn the hard way. I found someone who was an amazing trader. I found this guy from my church. He was an amazing trader. Yeah, paid him money, paid him a lot of money. But he finally started teaching me. And I went hard. And the thing with me was, and I just realized there just aren't a lot of people that were committed to actually teaching people how to do it for themselves. Like, they just weren't a lot. I remember, and I would see huge content creators that they buy this crypto and then I buy it and then price ends up going down. I would get so angry. And I'm like, man, you have 1 million followers. Like, when you say buy, like, I'm going to buy. You have so much followers. I think you know what you're talking about. But you told me to buy. And then and now that I have a bit of an audience on social media, oh my gosh, you guys, the things that happen in the background is diabolical. The things that happen in the background, you guys, I'm not going to talk about it, but certain things are diabolical. I've had people reach out to me. They want to do some stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing that to my audience. You're crazy. I'm like, you're insane. There's people that have so much more followers than me. And I'm like, why? What? I'm like, bro, this is a straight up, like, I'm like, you're straight up scamming people what you're doing right now. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not participating in that. And like, these are people, and I'll let you guys know, some of these people still create content and they have way more followers than me. Way more. I have like 28,000 followers. There's people that have 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400, 500,000. They be doing some crazy stuff in the background with crypto. And I'm like, that is so wrong, bro. But I never like to call people out like that. But I'm like, That's why I would say if you have crypto questions, you're suspicious about anything in crypto, send me a message. I will answer you free of charge. I won't, oh, you got to pay. Like, no, I will just answer your question. If you just have, hey, look at this. Do you think this is sketchy? I'll be like, yeah, that's sketchy. That's questionable. I wouldn't do it. I'll just let you guys know straight up. I have to look at BTC dominance and how it affects the altcoin. Great indicator. If you want to look at altcoin, yeah, Bitcoin dominance, yes. Yes. That is, yes, Dreamliner. You can definitely do that. That is a great tool. Any guy buy and sell all lows? What? I don't really get what you mean. Official Nate. Any buy guy, like, and guy buy and sell all lows. What does that mean, my brother? I don't even understand what you're saying right now. The second last comment, what does that mean? I typed it wrong. Yeah, I'm trying to understand. I'm like, what? What are you trying to type? Are you trying to ask a question? I was like, what is that? I'm reading it multiple times. I'm like, what? All right. Link in the bio for the crypto class I'm watching. Lickcrypto.ca. Click right there. If you guys want the crypto gem, crypto sauce. Is there any other questions you guys have for me? Drop your question. I was asking the guy, is it look smart if we short Solana? No, you shouldn't short Solana. It's a bad idea to short Solana. Chef. Calling me the chef? Jeez. Like Chef Curry. So, all right. So the first question was, should we short Solana? And then the second question was, yes, HBAR price prediction. All right. So I want to answer all the questions in order. The first question was, should we short Solana? I think I actually answered this question when someone asked about shorting Solana. I answered it, right? So this, all right. Remember this principle? Because like I said, my goal isn't here. Like, if you guys ask me, oh, what do you think about this crypto? I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it. But my whole goal is we have to reach a point in crypto where we're self-sufficient. You have to reach a point in crypto where it's kind of like when you're a baby, right? Like when you're a baby, right? You're going to rely on mom and dad a lot, right? You're going to rely on mom and dad to tie your shoelace. You're going to rely on mom and dad just, to help you get ready. But then once you reach that level of independence, you'll reach that stage where you're like, oh man, I can tie my shoelace now by myself, right? There's that point where you can tie your shoelace, but when you cross the street, you're gonna hold mom and dad's hand, right? You're gonna hold mom's hand, you're gonna cross the street with mom, right? Or dad, right? You're gonna hold dad's hand, you're gonna cross the street with dad, like my kids, right? I have a baby girl, she's 2 years old. When she crosses the street, she's holding on to my hand, she's holding on to my wife's hand, right? But there'll be a point where you don't hold on to their hands anymore. And that's what I want for you guys. I want you guys to reach a point where you are sufficient enough where you can look at any crypto and be like, oh, I know what this is. This is actually an inverse cup and handle pattern, and it typically breaks towards the downside. So I know I got to sell right now, or I need to get ready to take a short position and make profit as it goes down, or I really got to exit because I'm already up this much and this pattern's breaking for the long term. Or, hey, I'm buying for the long term. I see this pattern. This is a very bearish pattern. Let me get ready to buy in a little bit more because prices are about to collapse, right? So that's my goal. So that's why when I come on lives, I don't know other people's lives. I don't really watch to be 100% transparent. There's only 2 people on TikTok I even follow, like 2 other crypto people. We follow each other. Like I follow them, they follow me. And like that, and I don't even really watch their content as well either. Like they show up and I like it, I'll comment to show them love because I know they share good stuff. But I don't really watch other people's because my whole thing is I want to actually share stuff that will help people make money, not just buy here, sell here. I'll share all that, but I actually want you guys to, I'll give you a fish and then I'll teach you how to fish as well. All right. So the question was, should I short Solana? No, you shouldn't short Solana. And I'll kind of show you the most simplest reason why you should not short Solana. So this is Solana's current price movement, right? Like this is how Solana is moving, right? If I want to short Solana, meaning when you're shorting, if prices goes up, 2 bad things can happen. Number one, you can lose money, right? All right, it's the same thing. If you buy and it moves down, you lose money. But if you short and it moves up, you lose money. On top of that, you can get liquidated, meaning you can lose all your money. You walk out with $0, right? Now, if you want to short, why am I going to short right here? Why would you short right here? And the reason why shorting here makes 0 sense is because if you look, you want to make money while price is going down. Where are we most likely going to go right now? Where do you have more room to move towards, right? Do you have more room to move upwards, or do you have more room to move downwards? We clearly have way more room to move downwards. So if you're investing in crypto, right, you cannot have the mindset of, I want to just make money. I want to make money. I want to make money, right? That's how you go broke in crypto. If you're trading and you just want to make money, you'll go broke. Why? Because that used to be my mindset. I'm like, if I make $200 a day for 5 days straight, at the end of the week, I'll make $1,000. So at the end of 4 months, at the end of 1 month, I'll make $4,000. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's a bad mindset, because what happens is now you start forcing yourself to trade instead of trading when you have the best opportunity to make the most amount of money, right? You want to trade when you have the best opportunity to make the most amount of money. So don't chase the money, chase the trade, because when you are taking the best trade by default, you make the most amount of money. So I'll give you an example now with the whole shorting. I want to short when price is at the resistance. Where's the resistance? Right up here. Because Solana hit here, prices went down. Solana hit here, prices went down. Solana hit here, prices went down. This was the best opportunity to short. Why? Because the distance from all the way up here to down here. Solana being up here has such a high probability of going down because it happened once here and it happened another time here. So if I want to short, I would wait for Solana to hit up here, because why? If it hits up here, it has a high probability of prices moving towards the downtrend. Now, if Solana hits closer toward the bottom side, now what happens? It has a high probability of prices moving towards the upside. So when it comes to making money in crypto, once again, if you're like, I want to make money, it forces you to now make trades that make 0 sense. It forces you to not be emotional. And now you're just entering based on your emotions, because you're like, I want to make money. I want to make $200 today. I want to make $1,000 this week. I want to make, no. We chase the trade, because when I chase the trade, I enter here. Oh, geez, my bad. So when I chase the trade, guess what? I take a short position here, price goes down. By default, the money comes. When I take the trade, I look to buy at the level of support, right? Like here was a support, here's a support, prices run up. By default, I make money, right? So remember, the first thing you should look at, not, oh, I want to make money. Should I enter a trade right now? No. Stop it. That's level 1 thinking. That's going to make you lose money thinking, right? Don't think like that. Think of what's the best trade to take. Statistically, what's the best trade? I can look at this and I can just see the trade. Now, it requires you to learn patterns, structure, blah, 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 all that stuff. But that's how you do it. Like, that's one of the key principles to crushing it in crypto. If you chase the trade, it's like a dominoes, right? You knock this down, chase the trade, boom. By default, the money will come. If you chase the money, it makes you trade a lot and make bad trades, emotional trades, and it won't knock down any dominoes, and you'll probably end up losing money. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? All right. You got to drop a 1 in the chat. You're like, yo, that makes sense. And that was great advice. I love that. Drop a 1 in the chat right now. You're like, that was great advice and I liked it. What? Is anyone still here? Not even. Oh, okay. All right. Good. Alicia, Corey, Just, Cook. Yes. I Porsche, Official, Exclusive, Crypto Wayne, everybody, okay. Yes. Okay. I like that. Everyone's liking it. Dream. Is it Moses? That's a cool name. Moises Alvelo. Realtor. You're in real estate. That's good. You're in real estate, my brother. That's what I actually do with my money. When I got up to that first year of crypto, when I got up to like a good 6 figures, I actually took my money and started buying real estate property. I think I have 2 of them. I put some of them on Airbnb. Doing really well, actually. Doing really well. That was actually one of my dreams when I was, no, it's so crazy. That was one of my dreams when I was in university. I want to make money and I want to get into real estate. And now I remember I found one of these, like, I went to this real estate conference when I was a kid in university. It cost me so much money. And I went there and I wanted to bring my wife with me. I'm like, let's go. And it was like, I don't know how much. It was like $1,200. I'm in university. I have like 6 courses. I'm working part-time at Best Buy. I'm barely making any money. I want to become a millionaire. Like, I want to become a millionaire. People become millionaires through real estate. I'm like, So I'm like, this is so expensive. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to go. And then my wife, she wasn't my wife. We're in university, so she was my girl. And then I'm like, listen, Cherie, I'm like, we gotta go to this real estate conference. Like, trust me, we're gonna be millionaires. We're gonna blow up. And she's like, how much money is it? I'm like, it's like $1,200. She's like, I'm not paying $1,200. Hear people talk. I'm like, we gotta go. Like, trust me. You gotta see the vision. You gotta see the vision, babe. We're gonna blow up. Like, I'm trying to convince her. And I call my dad. I'm like, Dad, there's this real estate conference I want to go to. It's kind of expensive. Like, the wifey doesn't really want to go to it. Like, my girlfriend. She was my girlfriend at the time. But I'm like, she doesn't really want to go to it. My dad's like, I think you should definitely go. My dad was an engineer, right? And then he did like huge. So, all right. So then my dad just like, you have to allow her. Like, you have to bring her. He pretty much said, like, your life. He said, you have to allow her to see what you want to accomplish. And once she can see it, then everything will be a lot easier. And she was my girlfriend at the time. We weren't engaged. We weren't nothing. And I'm like, you got to come. She's like, I'm not paying that much money. Like, I'm not paying $1,200. We don't have that much money. Like, I'm in university, right? Like, I'm working part-time at Best Buy. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I get my paycheck. I'm like, no, I don't care. You guys, I use my school paycheck and part of the money I got for, don't do what I do, you guys. I took the money for my Best Buy job and I also took some of the money I got from my student loan. And then I paid for the conference for me and for her. And I'm like, you're coming with me, let's go. And then I paid for her and then we went and it was like a 3-day conference, right? And then we learned so much. And she's like, oh my God, this was amazing. I'm so happy. She actually ended up paying me for it. She's like, here you go. Like, you paid, da-da-da. Yeah, I'm like, oh, thanks. I appreciate that. But like, she saw the vision after that. And then we connected with so much people and we met so much people. So then when I got into crypto, I started trading and I got into like, I made my first like 100K, 200, 300K, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh man, like I have enough money to kind of get into real estate now. And then I took money from my crypto portfolio and like, I want to buy this investment property. I was able to go back to those people that I met at those real estate conference, right? And then we connected, we spoke, got so much tips and advice. They guided me, they showed me a lot of cool things. And I was able to get my first property. And I got my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, blah, blah, blah. And I just kept building my real estate portfolio. So I'm like, geez, like, so if you're someone where you're like, dang, I want to do this, but I'm not sure, do it. Just do it. Like, do it. If it's a good investment, by the way, like, do it. Like, when you're in university, $1,000 is so much money, or $1,200. It was so much money. I'm like, yo, I'm going to be like broke for the rest of my life. Like, for like that investment and the people that I met. And that was when I was in university. And I still have their cell phone numbers. Like, I'm still in a WhatsApp group with them. It's not really like lively, but every once in a while, like someone will say something and someone says something else. So I'm just a huge believer of do what you got to do to learn and level up and achieve your goals. All right. That was my little rant, my little story, little real estate story. All right. I think I answered everybody's question, right? Are we good? Thank you for all the diamonds. I know that you guys gave me diamonds. Thank you for all the diamonds. Thank you for all the likes. Super cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cook. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Believe in yourself. Invest in yourself, right? And things will pay off. I'm a huge believer of that. Things will definitely pay off. No chef, H-bar price prediction. Oh, okay. My bad. All right. H-bar price. Thank you for the rose. Crypto XRP newbie. Thank you for the rose, Crypto XRP newbie. It was so hard to read your name because it was a compound word, like it was all together. There was no dots or spaces. All right, if you guys enjoyed everything that I am saying right now, click the link in the bio for the crypto class that I am having tomorrow live. to share my main 3 crypto strategies that allowed me to crush in crypto, make my first 300K, actually over 300K my first year in crypto. Link in the bio. Okay, so H-bar price prediction. So let's go to H-bar. And then I spoke about H-bar yesterday. Here you go. This one has a lot of volume. I spoke about H-bar yesterday, didn't I? Did I lose you? Okay. Let's see what's happening with H-bar. Ooh, that's a nice double bottom right here. All right, so let's talk about H-bar. All right. Okay, we see that. That area was tested right here, and then that aligns with the neckline with that breakout, and that, oh wow, H-bar is at a crucial level right now, right? H-bar perform. Okay, so this is what I see for H-bar. So this is the H-bar chart for everyone's wondering, where in the world are you? What are you looking at? What do you think about the crypto token Whitenet? Whitenet. I'm gonna answer H-bar first because I like answering everybody's question in chronological order, just so no one gets left behind. All right, let's get it. All right, so what do I think about H-bar? Let's look at the TA for H-bar. Let's focus on that. I know H-bar is one of the ISO crypto project. Let's talk really quickly fundamentals. I know H-bar is on the ISO crypto project. I know H-bar did well last month. H-bar did really, really well last month. It had a strong run toward the, what is this black? It had a strong run toward the upside. H-bar did, I don't remember. It did a really strong run. Here we can even see, right? Look at this parabolic run toward the upside. Boom, right? Look at this massive run toward the upside right now. Look at this, right? Let's see how high that is exactly. That is let's mark it right here. That is a what? 141%. That's crazy, right? So the 10K investment, you would have almost been at what? Almost at 25K. You almost been at almost 25K. Right? Like, that's nice. I like that. Even with $1,000 investment, you would have been almost at 2,500. Okay. So I know H-bar is on the ISO crypto project, ISO token. So that's what a lot of people like about it. And also H-bar is super cheap. One of the other main reasons why people like about it. Now let's look at where the price is most likely going to go based on its current price movement. We saw H-bar move towards the downside, right? Everyone saw that. Boom. It moved toward the downside, right? And then bomb, hit this level of support, right? And we can confirm that this is a strong level of support because if you go a little bit further back here, we can see that area right here. We can see that, right? Strong level. Makes sense, all right? And then after that, it ran back up and then boom. All right, so we have our resistance range and then came back. Now we have double support level. We have double support level at around that 13 cents for H-bar. Everyone sees that. When H-bar did an explosion towards the top side, massive run toward the upside, we know that it's going to have some type of retracement, right? Know that it's going to have some type of retracement, and that retracement level, right? No, hang on a second, guys. Hang on one sec. No way. Hang on one sec. Let me change this up real quick. Give me 1 second. Hang on one sec. Hang on a second. I gotta change. Okay, there we go. That's a lot easier though. Well, okay, there we go. So now with H-bar, when it did its massive move toward the upside, we'll talk about that soon. When H-bar did its massive move toward the upside, boom, we saw it actually did this little bloop, right? Massive room. Then it retraced down a little bit and it caused this little bit of support right here at the 22 to 23 cents price range. And then it came back, retested it again, boom, came back to retest it again, boom, and came back and is very close to that level. So if H-bar breaks below this level, and I know this is going to sound negative, but I just want to be real with you guys. If H-bar breaks this level right here, right? Then there's a very high likelihood we can see H bar potentially start slowly wiggling its way down. Now, I don't think it's going to go all the way down here, just because we have a bunch of macro support supporting it all throughout here. Here we can see another let me change the color. Here we can see right here another macro. Let's just make it more clear using this here. All right, so we have another macro support right here. Bomb. Here we can see another one. Boom. So if H bar does break towards the downside, these are kind of like the key levels I would look to accumulate if H bar breaks below here, because this is a key level for H bar, right? Boom. It would be first round here around the 20 cents. And if it keeps going even lower, then buy a little bit at the 13 cents. And then the final accumulation I would do would be right here at the 13 cents. So let's say I have $3,000, right? Let's say I have $3,000. You're sitting on $3,000 and you want to put money in H bar. So something I would do is right here, I'll probably buy a little bit. So let's say I put 500. Geez, this is so ugly. This is 500, right? So I put 500, which now leaves me with 2.5. And then it drops down to this range right here. So then maybe I will put in another 1,000. No. So here I would maybe put in another 700, right? So I put another 700, will leave me with 1.7 left over. And then prices come here, and then I'll just match it with another $700. And then if it goes down here, then I'll put in my remainder $1,000. That's how I would DCA out, because all these levels are levels in which H bar can hit, boom, bounce up, or it can hit here and then move toward the upside, or it can finally hit here and then move toward the upside. Just this strategy of playing H bar shows me I'm accumulating more cheaper. That's why the biggest amount I'll put in right here, right? So that it pushes my average cost lower. So that when H bar does start to move back up, I'm already making more money. Hang on a second. All right, I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna hang on a second, Darren. Even though I've been here for longer than a second, I'm gonna hang on. All right, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Erase. Let's clean up this chart. Erase. All right, I hope that makes sense. That was H bar. That was H bar for who, I don't remember who asked about H bar. Makes sense. Great. I don't know. I don't know exactly what price H bar is going to go to. I have no idea. I don't know what H bar is going to go to, man. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you that. I don't know. Hopefully H bar can reach. Hopefully H bar can reach 45 cents. It'll be hard for H bar to reach 45 cents, by the way. That'd be really hard, but maybe it can. That'll be hard. Let's just aim for H bar reaching 35 cents. Here's the thing with crypto, and I'll let you guys do it. And I'm gonna make my face big because I want everyone to learn this lesson. All right. One of the biggest mistakes here, I'm making my face big. You guys see me? I'm making my face big. Listen, I want everyone to know this. This is one huge mistake I see everyone make. When it comes to crypto, stop focusing so much on the finish line and focus more on what is going to happen next in crypto. I'm making my face big so you guys can understand the importance of this. So many people are new to crypto. They're like, oh, what's the price prediction of this crypto? Can it do a 10x? Can it do a 50x? Stop with all that. Just focus on what is the next move this crypto can do. Like, right? So if the crypto is at $1, what's the next big step for that crypto? The next big step for that crypto is, can this crypto get to $1.50? Not $2. It's not $2. So look for, okay, there's this good book I have here. It's called, I won't get it. There's a good book. I tried to find it at Amazon. I don't know if like they don't sell it anymore. So when you have money in a crypto and you're wanting to see how high it goes, look for not the biggest level, but just the next big milestone in the crypto. So a lot of people will look at crypto, it's at $1. Oh, I want to see it hit $10. Stop that. That's ridiculous. Like, that's out of this world. Okay. Don't think like that. That's how you'll lose money, because you'll wait for it to hit $10 and it won't hit $10. And then the bear market will come and then you end up losing. And then you end up saying, oh, I wish I sold. Why didn't I sell? All right. This is how you have to think about price. All right. Okay. It's at $1. Now you have to think, what is the big milestone? The big milestone after $1 is typically $1.50. That's it. Your next goal should be, will this crypto hit $1.50? If it hits $1.50, check, great, big win, right? After $1.50, then you look for $2, then $2.50, then $3, then $3.50. That's how you move. And during those huge milestones, right? If you're in it for the short run, you take profit. If you're in it for the long run, then you can hold, but still look to take a little bit of profit. Just because you have to think, when you trade, when you make money, right, in crypto, when you sell, it means you bought it from somebody. So all these people that bought this crypto years ago, when it was absolutely nothing, during the bear market, when they look at their crypto portfolio, they're like, oh, wow, I'm at $2 million. I hit my goal. I want to make $2 million. I'm at $2 million. Those are people that are very knowledgeable. So they're going to sell their crypto. And when they sell the crypto, it's going to push prices down. And when it push prices down, if you're left holding, now you're losing money. So when you're looking at a crypto chart like this, right, like H bar, that's what's happening. People that bought up here, they're selling their crypto. Everyone that bought up here, right, people that bought up here, prices are finally starting to move up. They sell their crypto and it pushes prices down. So that's why you have to look at it from literally one step at a time. Like, what is the next price this crypto has to hit? Did it hit that price? Check. Alrighty. I'm going to take 5% profit. Okay. I'm going to take 10% profit, or I'm going to keep it depending on what your goal, and just go to the next stage. The problem is when people are like, oh, I'm not going to sell anything till it hits $10. Well, what if it hits $9? I had a woman where she wanted to make 100K, and I think she got up to like 87K, 90K. She was $10,000 away from making 100K profit. And I told her, I'm like, the market looks like it's going to drop. You should sell right now. She's like, no. And I'm like, ma'am, I've been doing this for many years. She booked one of my free one-on-one. And I'm like, I've been doing this for many years. Like, you should sell right now. She's like, no, she didn't sell because she wanted to hit 100K. And then the crypto ended up going down from 90K where she was at, then to 80K, 70K, 50K. It kept going lower and lower and lower, where she was down negative $20,000. I'm like, and then she reached out to me after. She's like, hey, hi, do you remember me? I'm like, yeah, yeah, I remember we spoke like a while ago. And she's like, yeah, like, I don't know what to do now. I'm down $20,000. I'm like, what? Right? I'm like, how are you, like, what? I'm like, you are so, like, you get so fixated on making a certain amount of money, where you have to realize the market doesn't value your goals or your feelings, right? The market doesn't say, Naicke Kalala, look at this handsome chocolate man. He is such a good father, right? He married his wife 7 years ago, and he's been loyal and he's been a great wife to her. He has a 2-year-old and he's a great father to his 2-year-old. So I'm going to keep going up till Naicke hits $20 million, because that's his crypto goal. Like, the market doesn't say that. It goes, hey, prices are going down, I'm going down. So you have to be like that too. It's transactional. We're here to make money. Like, that's it, right? So just keep that in mind. Some people are gonna be like, good advice. Some people are like, whatever, I don't care. But I've seen it happen to a lot of people. So happen to a lot. Yeah. So that's what I see for H bar. You guys, I feel like I've been on for a while. I've shared a lot of gems. Nicholas said, so you made the downside. Did you do the upside? Oh, for the upside. Well, for the upside, we're currently there right now. So, okay. So for the upside, we're at a key level of support right here. Like, this is the key level of support for H bar, right? So right now, the main level of resistance that's potentially holding H bar down is this areas right here, right? Pretty much this area right here, because because that's the area in which H bar struggled to get past. I hate having like everything the same color. I don't like that. I like having different colors. Right. Okay. So, right. So this is where we have to see H bar hit. Like that's the next major level for H bar. Can H bar get past this level? I definitely think H bar will get past 31 cents. Right. I definitely think that because it was already there and prices went down just because it's the natural, like people took profit. Number one, it went up over 100%, almost 150% in such a short period of time. So when that happens, people are going to sell their crypto. Yeah, people are going to take profit on their crypto when that happens. So it's very natural that H bar went down a little bit. And then on top of that, it's also the month of August. So we know crypto is going to go down. But overall, we can see that this had a massive up run and then it's had a pullback, right? So right now, H bar might actually just consolidate around this area. Bam, bam, bam. And then if it builds up, then it explodes down. So that's the positive side. The positive side is bounce, consolidate, and then September hits, boom, and then prices break towards the downside. So, but don't be surprised if you see like a quick little drop towards the downside and then run back in this zone. So just be prepared for that, right? That's what I always do when it comes to investing and trading. I look at the bad side of what can happen, and I look at the good side of what can happen, and then invest according to both scenarios, both situations. Thank you for all the great information and your service. You're welcome. You're welcome, DJ Smooth. You're welcome. I appreciate that. If you guys like all the knowledge I'm dropping right now, click the link in the bio, litcrypto.ca, where I'll be doing a live class of the essential 3 strategies that I use to help me crush it in crypto. Make my first 300, actually 305 my first year. I think I made a little bit more than that actually. But yeah, I signed up for tomorrow. All right, I got you. Tomorrow's happening. Tomorrow I'm happening. Tomorrow's when I'm doing it. I'll be doing the class. Bam, bam, bam. Help everybody level up. And sharing the sauce. See, coming here, the thing is when I come here, it's for you guys. So I answer questions that you guys have for me based on your knowledge and based on your skill set, right? Because there's no point of me teaching something that's like level 98 if someone is at a level 5. Then you won't get it. So I have to teach stuff that's at like a level 6 to take you from level 5 to 6, right? But with tomorrow, we're kind of doing like learn this. So like level 1, boom. Then this is level 1 to 5, boom. This is level 5 to 10, boom. This is now 10 to 15, boom. These are the key things in there. So yeah, your first rental property wasn't a single family, multifamily, or a commercial apartment complex. My first property was a single family home, and I created a separate entrance for it. It was a flip property, my very first property. So it was all. So what happened was my properties were first. Long story. Okay, I will say this. I don't think doing real estate in the country I live in, so I live in Canada, I don't think continuously doing real estate in Canada is the best decision. I think it is a very difficult and challenging uphill battle. I've done it. I grew my real estate portfolio, but I've ran into so many challenges where I'm like, I don't think this is worth it. I'd rather just take my money and invest it in business. I'd rather take that money. For aggressive growth, I just rather invest it in business. And for conservative growth, I just rather put it in the stock market. In Canada, I don't see any point of acquiring more properties anymore. The amount of headaches I had, you guys, yeah, because in Canada I had thank God I had money. Thank God I had money. Because I had multiple properties and then I had people not paying rent. And the way the laws work here is people can live in your house and not pay you rent. It's crazy. It's madness. I'm like, yo, I have multiple people. And because they know the law. They're like, I don't have to pay you. I know. Like, I don't have to pay you. I'm like, I still have to pay the bank. They're like, okay, I lost my job. I'm like, dang, that sucks. Like, geez, anything I can do? Nothing. But then you lost your job is like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. And it's like, bro, like, I still have to, like, the bank will come and take this house and I get screwed. But then, like, all of a sudden, like, 8 different families all lose their job at the exact same time. It's like, what? And it's like, and then find out you're working. And I had this one, oh, sorry, I don't have no money. Then the police came, the police arrested him. And then he had all that cash of money under his bed or whatever he had it hidden, like in all these shoeboxes, he had all this money. And I'm like, the police are there. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? I'm like, well, at least I get my rental property back. So I'm like, no way. I'm not doing long-term rental anymore. Not worth it. I have my properties on Airbnb. Okay. But enough of that. You guys aren't here for real estate. You guys are here for crypto. Thoughts on Zebak network? I think I'm pretty sure Zebak is one of the crypto projects. Okay, is that the crypto that focuses on tokenization? The crypto that focuses on tokenization, right? I'm pretty sure it's the crypto that focuses on tokenization. Whoa, is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the crypto that focuses on tokenization, right? I'm pretty sure. Decentralized infrastructure network, real world asset. There you go. Tokenization. I was right. Right? Bomb. RWA, real world asset. To try 5 in Circle, Coinbase, real 5. Yeah. Okay. I remember this crypto. This crypto has been crushing it lately, right? I'm pretty sure it's been crushing it. If you look at all of it, right, 127% for the day, right, 12%, boom, for 7 days. Yep, like I said, it's been crushing it, right? Boom, I was locked in, you guys, locked in. When you're locked in, you don't have, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? Okay, so yeah, I like it. If you ask me if I like it, I like this crypto project. It's good. I like it. That's my thoughts on it. It's solid. 9 months during COVID, no rent, then they left us a mess and disappeared. Yo, it's crazy. Corey, it's crazy, bro. It's so crazy. Like, I don't understand. Corey, do you invest in real estate too? It's so crazy. I don't understand it. That's why when I look at the states, I feel like the real estate laws in the States actually make sense to invest in real estate. But when I look at Canada, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm sorry. No. Like, someone rented out my Airbnb. Someone requested to rent it for the entire month of August. So entire month of September. I was so hesitant because I'm like, entire month. I'm like, like, it's good. Like, I'm making great money, right? I'm like, but I just don't want the issue for them to be like, I'm not leaving. Even though it's Airbnb, and I'm like, it's Airbnb, like, they're not signing a contract. It's not like they can't say I'm going to leave. I know I can call the cops and get them out if I need to. Because I've heard of stories like that. People stay in your Airbnb, they're like, I'm not leaving. And I'm like, dang. But yeah, just one property that scared us out. Yeah, man. Corey, geez, it's scary because you put a lot of money in. Like, especially, so I would get my properties and it was a flip property, but then the market turned. So then because the market turned, I'm like, what am I going to do with this house now? So now I'm like, okay, let me just put renters, right? Then I turned all my flip properties into rents and it was going good. Like, everything was going great. And all of a sudden, like, people stopped paying rent. I'm like, what the heck? So literally slowly I had to like try to like do something. People were giving the wallet. Oh, you want me out? Pay me $40,000. I'm like, what? You're not paying rent and then you want me to pay you $40K? It was wild. It was wild. Oh my gosh. Okay. Enough of that. All right. Okay. Crypto questions. Pretty sure Canada is already setting up for 2030. Own nothing but be happy. Oh yeah, I've heard about that, DJ Smooth. Yeah, own nothing and be happy. Yeah, I've heard about that. I just think real estate in Canada is just not the best move. You can definitely buy a house. Like, if you're gonna live here, Yeah. But if you're doing real estate in Canada, it depends what your goals are, right? I won't knock it. There's definitely real estate agents I have real estate agents who are my friends. So I'm not going to knock what they're doing. It's great. I just think you have to be careful if you're going to use real estate as a vehicle to make money. Like you're doing commercials completely different. Like, oh, this place is going to be a hall or this place, right? But if you're doing more residential, you got to be careful with it. It's because the laws don't favor you. They make it really challenging. I think I answered everybody's questions. Jam-packed. I feel like everyone got good information, full of value. If there's any other, 2030 is in full force. Everyone's like, none. So was there any other crypto question that I missed? Let me check something really quick. Let me check this before. If there's any crypto question you guys have, be like, yo, Naicke, I had a crypto question. Please answer it. I need your advice. I need your input. Let me know if you had a crypto question that I did not answer. Let me know. Drop your crypto questions right now in the chat. I'm going to give you guys like a few minutes. Okay, I answered that. Just one property. Yep. It's 20. Missed my answer about Coach JV and Coach JV. What's your question about Coach JV? Can you ask your question again, DJ Smooth? I don't think. Thank you for all of your great information and service. I'm trying to find all your comments, and that's what I see. I don't see a specific question you asked about Coach JV. What's your question? Because I want to answer everybody's question. Drop your question again. Spiritual Tommy, I'm going to answer you. Drop your question again, Jay Smooth, because if you asked your question earlier, I just want to go by chronological order and answer everybody's questions so I don't miss anything. So I'll wait. I'll give you a minute to ask your question. I'll give you a minute. All right. Okay. QF what? Ledger. I can't transfer crypto out. Oh, Ledger. You can't transfer crypto out? That's okay. So something like that, you just have to. This site went dark and now it's GFS self custody. Okay, send me a DM. Send me a DM. Because when it comes to transferring funds, worst case scenario, you got scammed. Best case scenario, like you either don't know how to do it or it's just you're putting in the wrong wallet address. And if you're putting in the wrong address, then that's another, like that's, yeah, I'll tell you my thoughts. Okay, the other question someone asked was about a crypto. White crypto, what was it? White network, what was it? I know someone asked a question. White network question mark. White network, that's a crypto. There's a crypto called White Network. White Network. I've never heard of a crypto called White Network. I don't see it here. White Network. It's not showing up. If it is a crypto, it should be here. Even if it's not on the actual website, it should show up. I have no idea what White Network is. No idea. Sorry, spiritual money. All right, was that all the questions? I think that was all the questions. All right, you guys. That was all the questions. I hope everyone got a lot of value here. I hope everyone made a buttload of money. If you have any other questions, link in the bio. Bomb, right? Litcrypto.ca, where I'm doing the crypto gem, the things that I learned that helped me crush it in crypto, do well. Aside from that, if you have like, I need this question answered right now, feel free to send me a DM. Send me a DM and write out your question and I'll get back to you. Aside from that, TikTok, YouTube family, love you guys. Appreciate it. Have a blessed day. And just remember, you can crush it in crypto. Whatever your goal is, make that 50K, 100K, 1 million. You can do it. I achieved my crypto goals and I'm a regular person, so you guys can do it too. All right.